What's going on, guys? It's your boy, RPG here, back with a very special broadcast for you all tonight. Hope everybody out there is having a good one. Let's get that audio lowered. What is going on, everybody? So we are back because Joey Swoll, what the hell is going on with Joey Swoll? I was not necessarily planning on doing another stream again so shortly after my last one, but after seeing what was going on with our guy Joey. Now, for those who are RPG old heads, you will know that Joey Swoll holds a very special place in my heart. Why is that? Well, I like to think, I'm not sure if this is necessarily confirmed. I like to think, though, that I was pretty early on the Joey Swoll train, the J train. I think I was pretty early. Now, I don't have the receipts. I don't have the evidence, but from what I recall, I was repping Joey long before most others. Okay, and I was doing it when it was highly unpopular. I was doing it, and people, they would groan and they would roll their eyes and they would say, are we seriously doing this again? Are we really another Joey Swoll clip? When is this guy gonna stop jamming? When is he gonna stop flooding us, drowning us in Joey Swoll content? And I said never. I said never ever will I do that, because Joey Swoll content, I actually we're gonna get into it. We're definitely gonna get into it, but I was always a stan from day one, and chat wasn't always on my side. Chat was definitely not always on my side with that one, but I pushed through. I persevered. We made Joey a thing, and probably, I'm guessing I probably had something to do with the heights and social media fame, or now infamy, that he eventually reached. I probably had something to do with that. So not trying to take credit for that or anything, but probably that was all me. But anyway, in all seriousness, I do want to talk about this. Like I said, like, in all seriousness, Joey Swoll kind of is, like somebody in the chat just mentioned, is actually somewhat a part of the RPG lore. So I feel like I am somewhat of an authoritative figure when it comes to the larger Joey Swoll discussion. So, yeah, we're going to take a look at the Joey Swoll sitch, and I'm going to give you my take on it. I'm going to let you know what I think about Joey. Is Joey still hashtag our guy? Is Joey Swoll still going to save the white race, or are we going to have to rely on someone else to do that? So we're going to take a look at the Joey Swoll controversy. Also, I actually have a new category of content that I want to demo tonight. I think it has the potential to be pretty good, pretty interesting, pretty funny. It's not political, but basically there are these guys, okay, and you just have to bear with me on this one, okay? Just give it a shot. Just hang in there, give it a shot. Basically, there are these guys, and what they do is, like, so they're video game resellers, but what they do is, like, they'll go to flea markets, they'll go to garage sales, and they'll harass, like, they'll just shamelessly harass totally innocent civilians. And but basically, it's kind of like the Baked Alaska version of video game resellers. I think that's probably a pretty good way to put it, where, and they record themselves doing this. I don't know why, but they actually record themselves, like, harassing your grandma and at gunpoint making your grandma sell her NES to them for like 13 cents. So we're gonna try out, like I said, new genre of content, and if the chat likes it, we could do more. The chat doesn't like it, but I think you guys are gonna like it. Actually, I think you guys are gonna love it even. And we might get to some other things. We'll see. We'll see how the stream is going. Might get to some other things. We might talk about Putahar. Putahar the fraud. Did you guys see that video? Putahar the fraud. Always knew it. I always knew it. Might get to that, might get to some other things, but we're definitely talking Joey Swoll tonight, and we are definitely going to check out these flea market menaces, and we're gonna call them out. We're gonna call them out. We're gonna A-log them. Don't like to use that term, but I think we're gonna have to A-log some flea market menaces because they're just out of control, folks. They're just out of control. They're shameless. They are truly pathetic people. And I could provide my expertise because they also do a lot of exaggeration. They'll claim, oh, I found this and I'm going to make $1,000, but they leave a lot of details out. And me, as a subject matter expert, I'll be able to provide that missing context. And we're gonna call these people out. Okay, we're gonna call these people out, put them in their place, and get them to stop harassing your grandma. Okay, so should be a good one. Before we get into it, I'm actually using a new OBS plugin tonight. Apparently, I was looking into this because as far as multicasting goes, I think like everybody has a different preference. Some people like YouTube, some people like Kick, some people like Rumble. Basically, nobody likes X, to my knowledge, when it comes to streams. The only good thing about streaming to X is it basically advertises that I'm live. So like whenever, I think I said this last time actually, but whenever somebody is looking, whenever you're in your X app and somebody is streaming, if they're streaming to X, you'll basically see like a banner on the top of your screen. So that's basically the only reason why I would consider streaming to X, but whatever, that's not really important. So historically I've used, well, this is not really very interesting stuff, but historically I've used Restream, but you have to pay if you want to multicast to more than 2 platforms. So tonight I'm trying a free OBS plugin, and that is how we are streaming to 3 platforms right now. Now, I don't know how the honestly, like as far as setting it up goes, I didn't really spend too much time looking at the FAQ, the manual, any of that stuff. So I don't know how the stream looks right now. So just let me know if things look good. Do they look the same as usual? Is there any difference at all? I mean, I know right now you guys aren't seeing the most high resolution video to begin with. It's a retro gaming video we have playing right here. So I don't know if this is the best material to be using for this, but is the video good, would you say? Is the audio good? Are we good to go? Yo, Glorium, what is up, man? He says, looks good. Let me see what you guys are saying real quick, actually, before we kick this thing off. Wayne Train says, Swoll needs to inject the steroids somewhere else. Adrian Bwody says, you had to comment on Swoll. Exactly. Latest, greatest. Yep, says he's part of the RPG lore. Wayne Train says, RPG invented Joey Swoll. So true. Latest, greatest says, like Ralph invented Candace Owens. Fact check, true. Wayne Train says Swoll got the RPG boost. Very, very true. Yes. Latest greatest says IP2, but it's video game resellers. Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna it's not to that level, but it's I think it's pretty funny. I think it's pretty funny stuff, actually. Like, these people are they're just so shameless. They're just so damn shameless. And it's like, okay, it's one thing if you're gonna do this, you know, like not on YouTube, but the fact that you're recording yourself doing this and you're making it public for the whole world to see is just truly, its own category of pathetic. So pretty good stuff. Over on the Kick Chat, Weeb says, digging the visuals. Cool. Thanks. Glad you like it. I like it too. And I feel like it's a good combination of sound. That's actually, the music is coming from this video, and the visuals are perfect, especially for the contents that we're getting to later in the stream. What is up, Boomhauer? What is up, Bryant MK? Based Brigham Young, what is going on there? Weeb says the plugin is the way to go. Don't use Restream. All right, cool. Yeah, that's you know what it is. It's just like I knew that there was a plugin, but when it comes to new software, new plugins, it's always like, oh, am I gonna have to figure out how to do this? So you procrastinate a little bit. But after the last stream, I said, you know why? Because there was actually a few people. I was surprised. There was a few people who said, hey, why didn't you stream on Rumble? I was like, oh, I didn't realize people cared about Rumble. But we're on YouTube, Kick, Rumble, so whatever you prefer, we got going for you. King Pleb says, Elon can make X way better for streams. Yes, absolutely. There's a lot of room for improvement there. Yo, For Honor on YouTube says, good to see you, RPG. Thank you. Good to see you, too. Chemo Flope says, Mike Lowery is actively plotting against you. I'm not surprised. He's got nothing else going on in his life. Yo, Kyrix on Rumble says, too many fake cartridges now. I had you followed on Rumble a while ago. Gave me notification. You have 1080p. Perfect. That's exactly what we're aiming for. That's all we need. Even 1080p is probably overkill for this type of content that I do, but that's all we truly need. So, alrighty, folks, let's get into it. Joey Swole, what is going on? What is going on with our boy Joey? Let's pull that up. Here it comes. Boom. Okay, so I couldn't find the video anywhere. It's not important. If you have it, drop it in the chat, but I couldn't find it anywhere. This video, Joey Swole, as a tribute to Hulk Hogan, as everybody knows by now, Hulk Hogan, he passed away the other day. Very sad. Real quick, let's take a moment, please, to memorialize and honor Hulk Hogan. Let's get some HHs in the chat. Let's all pay tribute right here, right now, to the one, the only Hulk Hogan. In all seriousness, though, the guy was a true legend, beloved by all. Even the haters love him. And there's not a lot of haters, let's be honest. It's a vocal minority. Widely beloved individual. Really great guy. And Joey Swole, the other day, after his passing, decided to post this clip of himself dressed up as the Hulkster. And like I said, I can't find this clip anywhere. Cannot find this clip anywhere. It has been totally scrubbed, erased. It's just gone. But I don't really think there was much to it. I think he was just doing some dumbbell curls in the gym in the Hulkster outfit here. And he tweeted, "Rip to a legend and one of my inspirations to start working out." Okay, so very, very simple, very, very innocent, harmless, paying homage to a great man who did great things, many great things. So that is part one of the story. That is part one. Now, unfortunately, this was enough to get him blowback from psychopaths on the left. And we're gonna get into the nitty-gritty. But before we do, before we break this down, before we psychoanalyze, here we have, this is his response. So he deleted the clip, which I cannot find and didn't play for you guys. Deleted the clip, and then he posted this groveling, lowly, sad, and pathetic apology, which I actually haven't watched yet. I don't like to watch videos like this just because they disgust me. And I don't need to actually watch the clip. All I need to know is that he grovels, and once I hear I don't want to witness that, you know? Like I don't watch snuff films. I don't want to see it. Like I know it's happening, right? Like I know there's some pretty gruesome content out there, pretty gruesome things. And it's like, okay, like I know that stuff exists, but I don't need to see it to know that it exists. And that's how I feel about these types of apology videos, where I don't need to watch the apology video to know how lowly and pathetic it is. But we're going to watch it now, okay? We're going to watch it now. It's not going to be easy. It's about 2 minutes long. Here he is, Joey Swole, with the apology.
I owe my followers, my community, and all of social media an apology.
Cringe, 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 cringe.
Oh, that is super cringe. That is super cringe. And like I said, we're going to break it all down because he's talking about I owe my followers an apology, my community an apology. None, your followers weren't asking for this. Your community wasn't asking for this. This apology isn't for us. This apology is for them. This apology is for the haters. This apology is for the people that are not on side, were never on side, will never be on side, for reasons we will soon lay out.
A few days ago, I reposted an old video of me in the gym wearing a Hulk Hogan Halloween costume on the day that he passed. Last night in my live stream, a lot of people expressed how upset and frustrated they were with me that I had posted that. Instead of listening and understanding like I should have, I became defensive and said that I was posting to celebrate the wrestling icon, the person that so many of us looked up to as kids that we grew up with, that made us tear our shirts and take our vitamins and say our prayers. I didn't know to the extent of all the horrible things that he had done.
All the horrible things. All. Now, I'm not familiar with a single horrible thing that Hulk Hogan has done, but all the horrible things he's done.
Since last night, I have done a lot of research, talked to a few people.
he did a lot of research. He did a lot of horrible Hulk Hogan things. Let's actually hold on a second. I want to do some research. I want to do some research right now, live on stream. Hulk Hogan horrible. Let's do some Hulk Hogan horrible things research. Let's learn about all the horrible. Oh, here we go. Biggest Hulk Hogan controversies during his career. Yeah, but okay, well, let's find out. Let's find out. I want to educate myself. I want to be better. I want to do better. I want to be better. Let's see, died Thursday. Throughout his career, Hogan was the face of professional wrestling. That said, despite his massive success, Hogan was not immune to controversy and they always have to do this, by the way. They always like, they always have to tell you, here's why you shouldn't mourn either too much or at all. It's like, yeah, well, actually, here's a thousand things this dead guy, this guy that you loved who just died. Here's why actually you're a horrible human if you care about him. Fuck these people. Anybody who writes an article like this, fuck you. No one's going to care about you when you die, John Hofling. Look at this guy. This is a rapist. Look at this guy. This is a man who's having sex with children. And you're gonna besmirch Hulk Hogan? Hulk Hogan would body you. Hulk Hogan can still body you from the grave. What a bitch. Despite his massive success, Hogan was not immune to controversy and criticism. With immense fame came scrutiny, and Hogan was not a perfect man. Who is a perfect? We need to drop this shit right now. Who is a perfect man, woman? None of us are perfect. Everybody fucks up sometimes. But it's like, I don't think the goal should be perfection. I think the goal should be not a piece of shit. Like, good person, not a piece of shit, made some mistakes, but overall, generally speaking, good person. Good man, good father, good husband, paid his bills, paid his taxes. That's about it. That's about it. Let's see. Hulk Hogan's biggest controversies. Hogan's racist tirade / sex tape. Oh, we're combining the two. / sex tape. Wow, so he was racist in a sex tape? Oh, this is incredible. Let's see. A sex tape is bad enough. But when Hogan was hurt, also saying horrendous things about black people. Where's my based sound effect?
Based.
There it is. Let's try that again. when Hogan was heard saying horrendous things about black people, liberally using a racial slur, his reputation took an ever harsher hit. Not among this guy. Hogan also said heinous words about the possibility of his daughter dating a black man. If it wasn't already clear enough, he also made sure everyone know. This guy doesn't even speak English. He was racist by uttering, quote, "I am a racist," to a point, blank racial slur. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? That makes him a bad guy? Everybody is racist to a point. The people who say they aren't racist are the most racist. The people who admit to being racist are the least racist. That's the way that works. Okay, so here we go. So, number 1, racist tirade / sex tape. Number 2, large role in the destruction of WCW. Obviously, this is not what people are taking issue with, so we're going to skip over that. Very messy divorce with Linda Hogan. Okay, so we need to castigate the man because he had a messy divorce. Is there any other? Is there any other? Laundry list of lies. This is just bullshit, man. Hogan would do anything to make himself look cool, even if that meant stretching the truth from time to time. Hogan would lie about everything. Look, we all know what's going on here, okay? Hulk Hogan was a Republican. He spoke at the RNC in support of Trump. That's all this is, okay? That's all this is. If you are a Democrat, if you're a liberal, if you're a leftist, it does not matter what you do. It does not matter what you've done. They just sweep it all under the rug. They just sweep it all under the rug. But when you're a Republican, a Trump supporter, conservative, right-wing, whatever, this is the type of bullshit they write about you. This is the type of bullshit you get. Hogan's abuse of power within pro wrestling. Hogan's weird moments in politics. Yep. As I was just saying, weird moments in politics. Weird. What was weird? What was weird about his moments in politics? Throughout his career, Hogan made a few strange decisions. Not only did he fake a presidential campaign in 2000, but he also threatened to body slam former Vice President Kamala Harris at a Trump rally. Okay, so basically they say all the things. It is 2 things. It's 2 things. One is that he said something racist at some point in his... How crazy is this? So what is the rule here? The rule is that if you have ever said something racist once in your entire life, then you should not be memorialized, that you are not a good human being? Is that the standard? Is that really the standard? Because if that is the standard, then nobody alive is a good person. But with him, because he was a celebrity, people were made aware. It was recorded. People were made aware of what he said. And that sticks with you for the rest of your life. So like nothing else he did as a human matters. It doesn't matter how much his children loved him. It doesn't matter how much his wife and his family loved him. It doesn't matter how much he contributed to society. It doesn't matter how much he contributed. Like none of that matters at all. None of that matters at all. The only thing that matters is that he said a racial slur in private once. So, Joey, I don't know what research you claim you did, but I'm not seeing it. I am not seeing it, brother.
Learned all of the horrible, horrible things that man has done.
All the horror. Okay, look, if you're going to smear this man, you're going to smear this man from beyond the grave, you got to back it up, Joey. What did he do? Tell us. Otherwise, you need to delete the apology and apologize for the apology.
which is way more than just making a mistake and being human. So because of that, I have taken the videos down, and I apologize to anybody that I offended. I am sorry. Also, during last night's live stream, I used the word colored instead of saying person.
Oh, did he really? That's fucking hilarious. Oh shit. That's fucking hilarious. He used the word which, by the way, is that an issue? I mean, it's funny, but I don't, like, is that a slur?
Which is a very outdated, very offensive term. A few moments later, somebody educated me and told me that it wasn't okay to use that.
That is so cringe. When people talk like this, all of this therapeutic newspeak that people use these days, especially, I hear it all the time. Whenever you're watching Netflix reality shows, the way people speak these days, it is nauseating. It is there's just so much, like I said, it's this therapeutic newspeak, and there's all these terms and buzzwords and lines that people use, self-care and mental health, and oh, thank you for educating me, and oh, I'm going to be better, I'm going to do better. They talk about, oh, I'm going to grow, and I've grown so much, I've grown, and I've, like, just shut the fuck up, okay? Shut the fuck up. It's like, no, you didn't grow. No, you're not a better person. You're just a bitch. You're just a whiny, pathetic bitch.
Which I immediately apologized to everyone and said I would never do that again. So once again, to anybody that I offended, I am sorry.
Yay.
My whole page, my whole brand is based on holding people accountable and doing better. I would be a hypocrite if I didn't hold myself to the same standards. I am human. I am still growing. I am still learning.
There it is. He just said it. He just said it. See? I knew that was coming. Everybody uses the same words and lines. They see it on TV. They see it on social media.
Of you, I will do better. I have nothing but love and kindness in my heart. I will continue to try to make the world a better place. And once again, to everybody, I apologize.
Okay, so there it is. There's the apology video. Now, why did he do this? Did he do it because, did he do this of his own volition? Was he encouraged or instructed to do this by his agent? I don't know. I mean, I always thought the guy was kind of a normie. There was always signs. That he didn't I never thought he was 100% our guy. That was never actually a belief of mine. I thought that he was incidentally our guy, which we're gonna get to shortly. But I think he has always been incidentally our guy. But never full-throatedly our guy. I think he's basically just a normie. He's probably, if I had to guess politically where he stands, probably a conservative, but like a Ben Shapiro. I really don't think he's like an explicitly political guy. He's never dog whistled in any of his videos or anything like that. But yeah. So I think he probably wanted to do this because, he sees himself as like this grand unifier, and he thinks he's going to, I think he's going to achieve world peace with his TikTok. So, but that's not going to work. That's not how this works. And maybe he'll soon learn that lesson. Maybe this will be how he learns that lesson. We'll see how this plays out. It's still ongoing because after posting the groveling apology, he then posted this to X. I think this was the same day. Maybe it was a day later. Shortly after the apology that we all just watched, he posted, "All the good I've done, all the people I've helped, all for nothing." So he's crashing out a little bit here, being kind of a bitch about it. "I truly hope all the people I've inspired to do great things in their life and pay it forward to help others and carry on my message. But no matter how much good you do, people just wait for a reason to hate you and tear you down. You either die a hero or live long enough to become the villain. Thank you for your support. I am done. So Joey Swoll, as of 2 nights ago, says that he is done. Says that he is hanging up the barbells. He is canceling his gym membership, and he is done. Now, is he actually done? No, probably not. I doubt that he's actually done. But, you know, people understandably, in response, in reaction to the groveling apology, his actual fan base, his actual community saw that, and they were outraged. And actually, the backlash from the apology was probably 100, maybe 1,000, maybe 1,000,000 times larger than whatever supposed backlash there was from anybody on the left who was upset because he paid tribute to Hulk Hogan. So, what is going on here? What is going on here with Joey? Our guy. Or is he our guy? That remains to be seen. Well, here is the problem for Joey. Like I said, Joey, he wants to be this grand unifier. He wants to be, he wants to be as neutral as possible. He wants to be friends with everyone. But here is the problem that he faces. The problem that he faces is the nature of his content. It inherently appeals to people on the right, while it is naturally repulsive to people on the left. And why is that? Because Joey Swoll, his content essentially is enforcing law and order at the gym. And like, that is a virtue that naturally appeals to right-wingers and naturally does not appeal to leftists. Leftists don't like law and order, in case you haven't noticed. Okay, like that, they're not down with that. So what is Joey Swoll doing? For the most part, and he's not doing this deliberately, he's not doing this intentionally at all, but the majority of his videos, because he's enforcing law and order in the gym, the majority of his videos are calling out blacks and calling out women. Women for acting like whores in the gym, and blacks for failing to act civilized in the gym. That is just the nature. That is the natural result of the type of content that he does. If you are going to be the gym police, if that's going to be your shtick, if that's going to be your gimmick, you're going to be the gym cop, you're going to be policing people in the gym, 9 times out of 10, the people that you're going to be calling out are going to be blacks who are not behaving and women who are acting like whores. And that is not, like, that's why me, going back to when I was playing Joey Swoll on my stream, that's why I found his content naturally appealing. Because it's very similar to, you know how there are those police body cam footage YouTube channels? And you know how, just in general, like, right-wing people like when the good guy defeats the bad guy. You know, cops and robbers, right-wing people likes when the cops win. Left-wing people likes when the robbers win. I know it's a very, very simple way of putting it, but we've seen it time and time again. Think about every single black person, every single infamous black person, George Floyd, Trayvon Martin, etc., etc. That list extends until the end of time. Who do we see time and time again? Who do we see the left siding with? Recently, there was a video, I think it was out of Florida. I didn't watch the video, but I saw it auto playing in my feed. There was this black dude who's getting pulled over by the cops, and for some reason, he decided that the best thing to do in that situation was to take out his cell phone and start recording it. And I don't know the context. I'm sure he had his reasons, but the cop ends up, I believe he punches through the window, or maybe I forget exactly what happened, if he punched through the window or if the black guy maybe lowered his window and then the cop punches him in the face. And the black dude is just like looking at the camera, kind of like smirking while he's getting punched in the head by the cops. Like in a situation like that, I am on the cop's side. I don't know the context. I don't need to know the context. I have seen enough of those types of videos to know that if a black person is getting pulled over by the police and instead of just like complying with the officer, they decide to take their phone out and record it, I know that that individual is up to some shit. Like, I know that he did something. I just know he is in the wrong, because that is not how innocent people behave. It's really that simple. I don't need to know the context anymore. I'm at the point in my life where I'm like, fuck the context. Doesn't matter at all to me. You're taking out your phone to record this? Clearly there's some shit that went down before you started recording that's missing from the video. Clearly, you are going to crop this in a way to make it look like the cop just punched you in the face for no reason at all. So, and the bottom line is the left, they don't care about the context. The context means nothing to them. But all of that is to say that Joey Swole, getting back to the original point here, his content naturally is appealing to those on the right, because we like to see people who are violating the rules. We like to see people who are creating chaos be put in their place. That is what we like to see. And I know it's cliche at this point, but the right does truly, genuinely stand for law and order, while the left, they naturally, genuinely, they oppose law and order. So what Joey's going to have to realize at some point is the people in his audience, or the people that are not in his audience, who these people are, why they oppose him, why they will always oppose him. Oh, and another detail that I somehow haven't mentioned is the fact that he's doing all of that while being white and male. So your average liberal viewer, they have no appetite for this. They don't want to see a white male telling women how to act. They don't want anybody to tell women how to act, but especially not a white male. And same goes for black people. They don't want anybody to tell black people how to act, but they especially don't want a white male telling black people how to act. So as long as Joey Swole's content is telling blacks and women how to act, they're always going to despise him. He's never going to win them over. The reason why they forced an apology out of him is because they didn't like him to begin with. That's the way this works. Like I said before, if they like you, it doesn't matter what you have done. You don't need to apologize for anything. Leftists are openly racist all the time, every single day of their lives. Leftists openly hate and despise white people. They don't even try to hide it. So why are you going to apologize to these people who claim you're being racist? All you have to do in response to a leftist who wants you to apologize for being racist is say, you hate white people. Because that is the bottom line. That is the end of the road, the bottom line. They hate white people. Joey Swole is a white guy. He's a big, strong, masculine, good-looking white guy. And they will never, ever side with somebody like this. So, in conclusion, I know we've been a little tough on him tonight. You gotta be, though. It's tough love. It's tough love. So we're being a little tough on Joey tonight. Am I actually pissed at Joey. I'm not really pissed at him, no. I would say a little disappointed. But to be fair, I think Joey's a good guy, actually. I think he's a good guy. He's a normie, so he misstepped. But I think he's a good guy. Hopefully he recovers from this. Hopefully, you know, somebody needs to have this conversation that I'm having with you all right now. Somebody needs to have that conversation with him and explain to him what's really going on here. You're a white guy. You're telling blacks and women how to act. And that's why his content is so great, because we see this shit all the time everywhere we go. You go to the gym, see some broad acting like a whore, and you're not going to do it yourself. You want to, but you're not going to do it yourself. We just don't do those things. You'll get kicked out of the gym. There's nothing to gain and everything to lose. So you just have to pretend it's not happening. Same thing with blacks. The only time when I go to the gym, the only time I ever see like anything out of the ordinary, it always involves black people. I go to the gym, they smell like weed. I go to the gym, they bring a Bluetooth speaker to the gym. Like the gym has its own music. And they're bringing Bluetooth speakers to the gym. What the fuck, man? It's like everywhere you go, nobody follows the rules anymore. But even worse, nobody enforces the rules anymore. Because the people who are supposed to enforce the rules, they're the ones who have the rules enforced on them when they enforce the rules. So it just sucks, man. There's so much disorder nowadays. It's truly terrible. But anyway, I don't hate Joey Swole. I think he is a decent man. I think he made a mistake. He doesn't get it clearly. His heart is in the right place. His heart is in the right place, but he just doesn't get it. And hopefully this is a wake-up call for him. So that is all I have to say on Joey Swole for now. Chat, what does chat think about Joey Swole? Are you still a Joey head? Are you done with Joey? Are we on the J train, off the J train? I want to see what chat thinks about Joey now. Can we find it in our hearts to forgive him? I think we can. But maybe I've always had a soft spot in my heart for Joey. I really don't think he's a bad guy at all. Judas Swole. Adrian says, total Joey death. Yo, Yang, what is going on? He says, he'll be back, just taking some time off until this blows over. Yeah. I hope it's a learning lesson. I think it will be. But he's real. You know what it is? Guys like him, they don't have someone like me in their corner to break it down for them. Like, Joey, here's the deal. Let me give it to you straight, Joey. You know, not everybody. Poor Joey. Weeb says, it's fair to be disappointed, but give another chance. Yeah, I don't think this is like beyond the pale. I don't think this is unforgivable. It's just disappointing. But I've seen much worse. Josh says, I was never a big fan, not into the insincere lessons. Yeah, I hate that so much. I hate that. And the therapy talk, the therapy words. I'm going to do better. I'm going to grow from this. Shut up. That, you know, another thing, people will act like just full-blown, unrepentant scumbags. And then they'll be like, oh, but I'm going to therapy. Oh, but I started going to therapy. Okay. So like everything you did, like, so your slate just gets wiped clean entirely because you're going to therapy now. Is that how this works? So you could just be the biggest scum on earth. But as long as you go to therapy afterwards, and it's like, oh, all right, well, during therapy. Look, therapy, 9 times out of 10 is horse manure. It is horse manure 9 times out of 10. It's a racket for the Jews, as I believe Tony Soprano once put it. Yo, Bucket, he says, deport Joey Swole to Wokesville. Fat girls will wear revealing clothes at the gym. Oh man, and it's not even just at the gym. Actually, I was gonna post about this the other day. I actually get angry whenever I see a fat woman in public. Well, there's more. That too actually, but that was an incomplete sentence. That was an incomplete sentence. Incomplete thought. I got distracted by the chat. YouTube chat is pointing out that was actually Livia Soprano, not Tony. Okay, so I got the show right, character wrong. So whenever I see a fat woman in public with her stomach exposed, I actually, without any, I actually get mad. I actually physically feel anger because what is wrong with you? Why are you doing that? Whatever statement you think you're making, you're not. The only statement that you're making is that you are an idiot. You are an idiot. You are oblivious. You are totally self-centered, self-absorbed. You're gross. Nobody wants to see that. You're disgusting. It's one thing to be fat, but if you're going to be fat, dress appropriately. Don't have your gut hanging out like, oh, I don't care. Oh, I don't care what men think about me. I don't care about the male gaze. Well, you should care. You should care about that, actually. It's pretty important what men think about you. That's another thing we're not allowed to talk about. You should care about that. That's important. But you know what it is? It's all just cope. It's all just cope. It's just some bullshit that they've concocted that allows them to act like fat slobs and do nothing about it. So if they pretend that they don't care about the male gaze, then they never have to do anything about it. And they can continue being fat, disgusting slobs. That's all it is. Anyway. Yeah, stunning and brave. More like stunning and I'm nauseous. Stunning and I'm about to vomit. Hideous. Hideous and disgusting. Hideous and disgusting is more like it. Stunning and I'm gonna puke. Stunning and where's the toilet? All right. So that is enough of Joey Swole for now. We are going to get into our next segment here. Like I said in the beginning, we are testing a new genre of content, okay? These are scumbags who record themselves going to flea markets and garage sales, etc., and stealing from the elderly, stealing from the disabled, stealing from minorities, which actually that part doesn't bother me, but we are going to check this out. In one moment, I'm going to take a very, very brief break before we do. Just got to get some water. So let me... Oh, and real quick, guys, allmylinks.com/RPGTV. Follow me everywhere. If you want to send a donation, a super chat, there's a number of ways to do that. But hold on, folks. Let's get some text on the screen here. Where's my text? Shit. Okay, you know what? No, we need text. We need text. We gotta let people know. There it is. There's the text. We found it. We found it. Okay, guys. I will be right back. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. Let's see what the chat is saying before we begin. Pablo Coulter says, I never leave the house without making sure my gunt is exposed. Josh said, somebody lied and told them they were beautiful once, so they just run with it. We are so back. We are so back. Pour one out for Joey. Okay, here we go, folks. So, the name of this YouTuber, his name is MC Mur. He's got 10,000 subs on YouTube, which is more than I have, but not that many considering the amount of uploads that he has. I think he uploads pretty much every day. And you can tell just by looking at him that something is off with this guy. Something is off with this guy. We're gonna have some fun with this. So he goes to flea markets. He looks for Vidya. He looks for Vidya to flip. And then he exaggerates very, very heavily. Exaggerates his profits very, very heavily. Acts like a total dickhole. So the reason why I selected this video specifically is because he acts like a major dickhole multiple times throughout. And it's pretty funny, I think, actually. So here we go. Let's give this a shot. The name of this video is Flea Market Flippin'. Lots of games for sale. Big day. Live video game hunting. And he's got like a camera. It's like glued to his forehead or something. How do people do this, by the way? How do people do this without feeling totally ridiculous? Like, you're at a flea market. You're at a flea market with the camera. How could I can't imagine ever doing this. Or you go to a garage sale, you walk into someone's garage, you got like a camera strapped to your chest. How do you not feel just like the biggest jerk off doing that? I don't get it.
What you selling your games for?
For the games, $4.
$4 a piece?
Wow. Okay, so that's how the video starts. That was the hook, right? Are we hooked? That was the hook right there. I almost got pulled through the screen. That's how intense the hook was for me. Jeez, wow, what a teaser. What a teaser. Eloise says, no way he rips them all for $4. Oh, just you wait. Just you wait. This guy never pays full price, ever. Not even if his life depended on it, would MC Mur pay full price.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy MC Mur, and welcome back to another...
I gotta come up with a new line. I gotta come up with a new intro line. He says, it's your boy MC... I can't have that in common with him. That's what I say. That's what I say. That's what he says. I gotta change up my line. I can't be like MC Mur. By the way, how creepy does this dude look? He looks like he molests video games. He doesn't play video games. He molests video games somehow.
Episode of...
The really funny thing with this guy is no matter where you pause it, you get the most terrifying freeze frame. It doesn't matter where, it doesn't matter when.
Flea market flipping. Lots to look at today. Back into the fray. Now, before we get started, go ahead and drop a like on this video. And if you're new on the channel, if it's your first time,
we will not be liking.
And you haven't already done
we will
so,
not be liking.
Subscribe to the MC Mur Show.
We will not be subscribing.
Be a part of what we got going on right here.
Oh, what is that face? What is that face?
Right here.
You're trying to get people to follow. This is the face you make? This is the face you make after your sales pitch for a follow?
We've had a couple side quests, but back to the flea market today, back into the action. The weather's good. There are lots of people here. I think there's going to be a lot to look at today. It's early. We're walking. Things
You gotta get there early. Early bird gets the worm. MC Mur knows that better than anyone. You gotta get there. If you want those $4 video games, you gotta be first in line. Those will be gone real quick.
are looking promising. And then I see a table covered with all kinds of stuff, but most importantly, there's games.
Let's go!
How much you getting on the games, man? $5 each.
Ooh, that's a bit steep.
Ugh.
Ah, look at that reaction. $5 each. And he's like, he looks like he's about to spit up his lunch.
$5. I mean, okay, we may be able to make that work if
Is that really so unreasonable that it warrants that facial expression?
there are some things here we could bundle together. We need to look. This stack here is mostly
You could see he's already angling for the bundle. He always angles for the bundle, this guy.
sports cheese and old shooters, which doesn't really match up to the price being asked. But there is a copy of Overwatch for PS4 here.
Ooh, okay,
Always a
okay.
good time. Love this game. I may try to talk him down on this one. But I'm seeing some retro on the table, right? There
How do you talk when somebody's asking for $5? How do you talk them? Like, how do you do that? How do you muster the courage? Not even courage, just the shamelessness of that.
are some vintage cards.
Like, how do you look yourself in the mirror ever again after talking a flea market guy? What are you going to talk him down to?
Cartridges here, some Sega Genesis, and a Sega Genesis Model 1 console sitting here, which is more saleable than the two. I mean, it brings a little bit more, so it's nice to see one of these, and it looks to be in decent shape.
How much you getting on this thing?
I would never buy a console from a flea market, ever. There's like a 98% chance that thing isn't working. It doesn't even matter what it looks like. Usually they look like somebody took a shit on them, but...
I was asking $25 for it. I got the power cord back here.
Yeah.
$25 is right at the top of the mark. I mean, okay, that's not a bad price, but
Whoa. Real quick. Real quick. Top right corner. Wait a second. Is MC Mur our guy? Top right corner. What is going on there? What game is that? Does anybody recognize that game? Is that Holocaust Simulator on the NES? What is that?
the thing is, Sega consoles, I mean, the
Holy moly.
Genesis does not sell for as much as Nintendo consoles do. They're common, they just don't bring
Oh, wow. I was actually not expecting somebody to ID the game, but Brian says it's Bionic Commando. Damn. Well done.
the money. So, consoles do. They're common, they just don't bring the money. So, I do want this, but I want it for less.
Would you take 20?
Of course he does.
All right, let's do 20 for all of it.
20 for all of what? He's getting the console and the games for 20?
Stick it in this box. Somebody-
So he was willing to come down a little bit. We're getting the Sega Genesis bundle for $20. It's got the cords with it. It's got a decent controller with it. So all the parts are there. And we're getting the 3 games, one of which is Sword of Vermilion. So can't hate that. I'm happy with this grab.
Sword of Vermilion is one of those delightful black box early Genesis RPGs that may not have aged well to some, but it's exactly what I fiend for in a
Never heard of it.
nostalgic RPG experience. The Bard's Tale, Ultima-esque exploration, paired with this game has been featured on bundle.
We're going to skip past the game explanation. That's not what we're here for.
Should have been able to rival Mad Sports Talk Football was a good bit. 93. Third game included was Pat Riley Basketball,
Oh, who could forget Pat Riley Basketball? That was
a game that really embodies
the amount of hours that I poured into Pat Riley Oh, that was my favorite part right there. That right there was my favorite part.
The sounds are iconic, And where it lacks in graphics in some areas, it overcompensates.
Lacks
for
in
that
graphics?
with
What are you talking
big
about?
Slam dunk and shot animations. Not that
There's an
Double Dragon
overabundance of
did it first, but
graphics that
they
I'm
were
seeing.
probably pretty proud of this game when they put it out. I paid $20 for this bundle, and it will hopefully be a fast mover at around $60.
Okay, so he claims that the value of this bundle here is $60. That's making a lot of assumptions. So let's go over to price charting, which doesn't always have the most accurate prices, but it's gives you like a ballpark idea what shit is worth. Now, to be fair, this video is from 3 years ago, over 3 years ago, so the prices could have changed. Let's see. Let's start with Sword of Vermilion. Not to mention, I saw some damage on that label. I did see some damage on that label. Let's go down to, let's do a Control F for Vermilion. Where is it? Wasn't it? Yeah, Sword of Vermilion. It's not even coming up at all. Did I type it in right? I thought I did. Sword of Vermilion. Let's try this again, because I think that is... I think that's the money piece right there. Yeah, I did type that right. It's just not coming up? 1 second, folks. 1 second. This is very important. We got to fact check him. He's, Oh, I spelt it wrong. I spelt it wrong. Million is 1 L, not 2. Okay, here we go. Okay, so loose, $12.43. $12. He's got a damaged label, though. He's getting 10 for his. If he's lucky, he's getting 10. Then there's Sports Talk Football. That's probably worth 10 cents. Any sports game is not worth anything. And Pat Riley Basketball. Let's look that one up. Pat Riley Basketball. Yeah, $2. $2. Sports Talk Football. That is $3. So he's got 10. So he's got $15 worth of games, and then he's got the console. But the thing is, I would never, ever, unless you were getting it for like so cheap that it didn't matter if it didn't work. But to buy a console from a flea market, like, you have no idea what issues that thing has. And there's always something missing. There's a cable missing, a controller missing. You have the controller's busted. There's just so many things that could be wrong with it that, you know, if you want to get into game flipping, I would not be seeking out consoles at flea markets. Not the way to go. And also, okay, so he's claiming that the total value of this is $60. So let's just grant that. If he's going to sell this on eBay, then roughly 15% is going to fees. So that's going to knock you down to $51. And then to ship everything, the games are going to be $5 a pop minimum to ship. The console is going to be $15-ish to ship. You're not making money here. This was a complete wash. You're not making money here. You're making Pat Riley's salary here.
Would you take 3 for this one?
Would you take 3?
Well,
The posted price is 5. He says, would you take 3? What a greedy son of a bitch. Is that $2 going to break the bank?
all right.
Where did the other box of honors go?
I went ahead and offered 3 on the Overwatch. I didn't want to pay 5 for it, but we'll take it for 3. It's in decent condition. Overwatch is always a good time. I mean, again, the other games here just wouldn't have been worth picking up for the money, but no reason to leave this Overwatch here.
How much is Overwatch? Isn't Overwatch basically shovelware priced? I don't think that's an expensive game at all. Overwatch PS4 loose is $3. Once again, this video is 3 years old, but I don't think Overwatch was going for, even if it was going for, let's say, 10 3 years ago, you're not making money on that either. Okay, so at the time, according to him, the value is $13. So, yeah, unless you're just not making money on that, period. Okay, so far, total profit for the day is roughly 0. Might even be in the negative, actually, after fees and shipping.
So I'm finding a copy of Project Cars for the Xbox One. All right,
wow.
but that's not what's interesting.
Wow, there's a heater.
Inside is a disc-only copy of Lego Worlds, and Project Cars is in there, so... Okay, there's 2 games in this case.
Whoa, a twofer. It's his lucky day, Lego World. Wow.
They probably don't even know that. We may be getting a 2-for-1 special here.
Oh, let's go. 2-for-1 special. And by the way, you know there is no chance whatsoever this guy notifies the merchant that there's a second game in there. You know that's not happening.
He selling this stuff? How much you getting on the game?
3.
3? Ooh, it's a bit steep.
All right, I'll do 3.
Wow.
$3 for 2 Xbox One games. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and do that. No need to haggle. Also, no need to call any attention to it so as to show that there's more than one game in there, because really, by themselves, I'm not doing $3. But together, yeah, $3 it is.
Scumbag.
Man,
What a scumbag.
Project Cars is a sharp-looking game. The handling is akin to a Forza game, and at first glance, I'm already wondering what all a career mode entails in this game. And
No need to not be a piece of
it's
shit.
not going to cost me much to find out. And there are 3 of these games now. Really? I may have a lot to catch up on here if I like this. Lego Worlds, in my opinion, was a colossal flop. It wasn't as advertised. The freedoms you have in a game like Minecraft, you do not have here. And I don't care what anyone says, that's how they initially advertised it. It's not much better than that infernal toy box mode on the
Never
Disney
played it.
Infinity game. The difference being that this actually is somewhat functional. Regardless, it's a Lego.
Chad is outraged by the theft. Yang says he is spiritually Jewish. Adrian says he bragged about that, by the way. He did. He did. He was like, yeah, I stole it. Yeah, that's right. Like he was giving us expert advice.
Game.
How to be a
People buy 'em.
scumbag.
Enough said. I have $1.50 a piece in these games, and both of them sell for around $8.
Wow. Wow, what a come up. Damn. Wow, $3 to $8? Sheesh. Whoa. Insane.
I skipped completely over the Project Cars.
It's so absurd. And he puts so much effort into his videos too. And it's like, okay, so, it'd be one thing if he was actually walking away with a decent profit. If he were to resell any of this, he would be down money. So it's just hilarious that he's so serious about it too. He acts like he just closed a multi-billion-dollar transaction. He acts like he's into Shark Tank, closing a deal with Mark Cuban because he got Lego Worlds for $1.50. And then when you see the value, it's like, yeah, I got those for $1. Yeah, I could sell those for approximately a combined value of $8. Yeah, that's right. I'll be up $5 total, ignoring shipping and fees.
Series just never got around to them. They were always overshadowed by all the Forzas and Turismos out there. There's just so much competition in that genre, But yeah, I always wanted to try them. What are your experiences with the Project Cars series? Did you play those games?
No.
Did you like them? Leave me something in the comment section.
I mean, it looks fine, but I feel like with Gran Turismo, Project Gotham Racing, it's like, this just looks like one of those games.
Below about your experiences with those games. I'd love to get a conversation going with you.
What the fuck is his face he makes? He looks like he's shitting his pants.
Experiences with those games. I'd love to get a conversation going with you.
He looks like he's shitting his pants. Maybe he is. Maybe he is thinking about those profits, those sick profits. What's next? What treasure will he find next?
How much you asking on the games?
The games? Yeah, only $2 a piece.
$2? Ooh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
So this gal wants $2 a piece for her games, and that's probably a good thing because it's not exactly a shelf full of Zeldas. But there are a couple here that do still command a
Couple hidden gems.
Not necessarily my cup of tea, but it's worth taking a look. There's a Harry Potter Order of the Phoenix game here for the PS2. The Harry Potter games from that gen still bring some money, some more than others, but they all tend to be saleable, especially if we're talking GameCube versions. That's not what this is, obviously, but yeah, still PS2, and it's in decent shape. And there's all
right, let's see how much a moldy I think it was Order of the Phoenix, he said. Let's see how much a moldy Harry Potter Order of the Phoenix on PS2 goes for, because that cover art looked cooked. Harry Potter Order, was it Order of the Phoenix? Is that even a thing, Order of the Phoenix? Is that what it was? Oh yeah. Order of the Phoenix PS2. Whoa. Hold on a second. Whoa. Wow, complete $7.50, and he could get it for how much did he say? $2? No way.
also a copy of Sims 2 Pets here. Again, talk about another franchise whose installments just continue to be saleable, continue to be desirable for whatever reason. So, yeah, again, these are in decent condition. They're complete. For $2, there's no reason to leave these here.
There's no reason. Other than the fact they're worthless, there is no, other than that, no reason to leave those here.
2 of these?
Don't you dare. Don't you dare make a bundle offer on these 2 games.
2 for $3?
No! 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 He did it! I was joking! No! I was joking and he did it! The madman, the actual madman, not like in a hee ironic funny kind, like actual. This guy's a psychopath. He actually made a bundle offer, and he filmed it, and then he put it on YouTube. He put it on YouTube. Oh my God.
Yes.
All right.
And she accepted on top. Why would you? By the way, he said this Harry Potter was in good condition. I can see the waves, bro. Looks like it's this looks like it's this looks like it's the Big Sur out here with all those waves. Look at that shit. I can see the price sticker residue. He said that was good condition.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Sims 2
Close the deal.
Pets looks like a less than delightful experience marred with abysmal Wiimote
Survived a flood. Sun bleached too.
controls, and of course, crushed beneath the weight of being a game where you run simulations of senior citizens playing with cats in their front yard. You can apparently citizens as in. I've tested every one of these games, and I don't
Yeah, okay.
care how much you adored the books or the films, that's not gonna make this any more fun to play. Just the tutorial makes me want to leap out my second story window, face first and aim for the driveway. I'd rather chew up a cat.
Well, maybe you should actually do that, given your proclivity to bundle offer on $2 video games. maybe you should actually follow through on that.
Cactus than play this, but that's not why I grabbed these. They sell. End of story. This was another one of those 2 for $3 deals, and both of these games complete.
Another one. So he's used to the 2 for $3 bundle.
Like they are, sell on average for around $12 to $15.
No, that's cap. The Sims maybe, actually, just because I could see that. This is the Sims 2 Pets. I could see that being like a super limited run game because like it's the Sims 2 Pets. It doesn't get more obscure than that. And Harry Potter Order of the Phoenix, $12. Yeah, maybe if it was super minty, if it was completed super minty, maybe $12. But your copy, sir, not even close. Let's take a look at Sims 2 Pets. Sims 2 Pet. What a weird name that is. Sims 2 Pets. Complete price $840. Maybe 3 years ago. Could it have been 15? Seems kind of doubtful, actually. That seems kind of doubtful. Would it have halved in price in 3 years? I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
My goodness, the hunt.
This is crazy, though, that this guy thinks that this is content worthy. I'm glad he did. I'm glad he did this because it's great content for us. But it's just so funny to me that, like, and this guy, like, this is his entire channel. His entire channel is videos just like this one.
At this point was far from over. This was a big day. There was a lot of ground to cover.
This was a big day, he said.
A lot of sellers there. I walked right up on another table that was completely loaded. I mean, so much stuff. And how much of it are we walking away with? Well, you're going to have to tune in next week to find out.
Oh, come on, man. What a cock tease.
Again, this hunt went all...
That table was loaded with gems. Look, you got, what do you got there? You got, NCAA basketball 08. That was a great year. That was a great year for college basketball. Left 4 Dead 1. They only produced 50 million copies of that game for the Xbox. What else? Oh, man, so many gems. Gran Turismo for the PS2. Oh, we have to wait till next week.
Loaded. I mean, so much stuff. And how much of it are we walking away with? Well, you're gonna...
Oh, you're right. He hit 10 minutes. You're right. He's doing that's that like YouTube algo shit he's doing. He's trying to squeeze every last penny out of the YouTube algorithm. What a bitch. What a bitch.
Have to tune in next week to find out, right? Again, this hunt went all day, and there is so much stuff to look at from this adventure. We're going to continue to do so. We're going to continue.
I want to see part 2.
To look at the things.
I'm hooked.
Things that we got on this quest, and I'm going to tell you, there's just some really amazing stuff. It was a big day. Too much to go over.
Big day.
One episode, but I hope you like what you see so far. Hope you're digging what you saw so far. What's your favorite thing that we got today? Do you have these games? Have you played any of these games? What are your experiences with some of the things that we grabbed today? You know, I want to hear from you. So make sure that you leave me something in the comment section.
Chat,
you know that I love getting.
Chat, what are your experiences with Pat Riley's basketball, sports talk football, Sims 2 Pets for the Wii?
A conversation going with you right here on the MC Merch Show, something that we do a lot.
Let's drop those experiences in the chat right now.
On this video. Go ahead, drop
Best experiences will be read aloud.
If you have not already done so, I hope you're going to subscribe to the MC Merch Show and be a part of our nation because we're rising up all the fantastic things we do right here on the show. You need to be a part of it. Make sure that you smack that notification bell so you're always the first to know when new content goes live. Content just like this flea market flipping episode.
Okay, so let's check out that comment section because I want to know how many Pat Riley's basketball players are in this guy's audience. If I had to guess more than what this guy looks like somebody with an audience of viewers who have played Pat Riley's basketball, who both know of that game's existence and have played it before. I don't even know who Pat Riley is. This is the first time in my life I'm hearing that name. Is that even a real person? I mean, it must be, but Pat Riley? Who is that? He's the president of the Miami Heat? I'm guessing he used to be a player? Yeah, former player. Okay, so he was a player. A Hall of Fame coach? Legendary coach. Oh, okay. So I'm showing my my basketball ignorance here. But when that game was made, was he a player or a coach? I'm guessing he was a coach. So they were kind of doing like a Madden thing. He was supposed to be the NBA John Madden. Is that what they were going for there? That's what it seems like. Pat Riley, basketball, Sega Genesis. Yeah, okay. Got yeah. So they were going for a John Madden thing here. Interesting. Okay, so like I said, I'm showing my my basketball ignorance here. He coached the Lakers and is now the president of the Heat. That's pretty cool. He's miles away from being John Madden, though. Well, if the success of his franchise is any indication, I'm pretty sure there was not a second Pat Riley's basketball. I'm pretty sure it started and ended with Pat Riley's one. Let's check out these comments. Let's see. MC Murr with the pinned comment says, "This was a big day, and to think, this is only part one. Wow, it's inconceivable, really. Loving a day with lots to buy. What do you think so far? Enjoying the show? Amazing." Any funny comments? Man, I love your videos. You talk over and show your pickups gameplay. What? Was this written by a caveman? Man, I love your videos. You talk over and show your pickups gameplay. Yeah, that's like literally exactly what he does. Good job. Yeah. That is a description of what we just watched. I love your flea market videos and your knowledge about all these games. Always a good time seeing you go to the flea. Well done on the pricing for the bundle with the Genesis. Ah, Sword of Vermilion. It's been a while. 2 for 1 find. Nice. Okay, so he's not like separating these thoughts at all. He just decided to make this one continuous, endless, nonstop string of text. We have a soft spot for Harry Potter stuff, games included, but they definitely do not age well. Geez, Harry's noodle arm when casting spells. Lol. Okay, so these guys, they are a hardcore fans of the channel. Sadly, I just got finished catching up on your entire video game hunting playlist since Retro Rick shouted you out. Really? I don't know if you guys know Retro Rick. I am not a fan of Retro Rick. I do watch all of this type of content. I don't watch MC Murr, but I watch the bigger video game resale channels, Phoenix Resale. I've mentioned him before. Retro Rick, I actually don't like Retro Rick, but I do watch his videos just because there's not that many good. I don't even like his videos, so I wouldn't even consider him a good YouTuber, but he's one of the more popular ones. I just throw it on. It's like background noise sometimes. There's Chase After the Right Price. I don't really like him either. Nice Genesis pickup there. Dead internet? Yeah, absolutely. This is peak dead internet. Okay, so now we're gonna look for part 2. We're definitely gonna look for part 2. I actually didn't know there was a part 2, so I'm gonna need a minute to find that. Let's go digging for part 2. Guys, lots of uploads. Lots of uploads. We'll find it. Lots of games for sale. Big day. Let's do a Control F. Lots of videos we're looking for. Okay, it should be searchable now. No, it's not. Let's see. These are 4-year-old videos, so it would be around here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Part 2. We got it. We got it. Let's go. Very excited for part 2.
You mind if I look through them?
Wow. Look at that stack.
No, don't worry about it. You
Look at that stack. That is a fat stack.
Coming at you with a brand new episode of Flea Market.
Oh, and he's got a fresh cut too.
Before we get started, I'm glad you're here. I hope you're going to go ahead and drop a like on this video. Go ahead and drop a like if you haven't. We do right here. A big day, a long hunt. And the very next table that I went to was absolutely covered in stuff.
Mind-blowing.
It really looked to be the most promising table of the day.
Mind-blowing
And
finds.
just at a glance, I knew I had to get some kind of bundle going on what I was seeing here.
He's gonna bundle. That's his signature move, is the bundle. That's his fatality.
How much you getting on the games, man?
$5.
$5?
$5. Ooh, you look, you know immediately he is not, look, just, he hasn't said a word yet. He hasn't said one, what do you think? Where do you think he stands on the $5 price point? Just based off the facial expression alone. Any predictions?
Okay, so the bad news is these things are individually priced, but the good news is we're not starting off high, right? $5 for Resident Evil Veronica X, that's not that bad.
Okay, he's being reasonable.
There's a
Being surprisingly reasonable.
few 360 games sitting here propped up like he must think there's something. I don't know. I really got to feel everything out here on this table. Out of the corner of my eye, I'm already seeing some Wii Sports sleeves. Yeah, there's a lot going on here.
7616 65.
Oh, you know what he does? So one thing that he does, I was just, because I was going to say, why the hell is he even inspecting the NCAA basketball 2008? The reason why, see, this guy is seasoned. This guy's a veteran. So you noobs out there, you wouldn't understand. But what he does is he inspects every single game because sometimes there's a different disc inside. So that's the reason why he's doing that.
72.
How much on this one?
No, you don't want that.
$3.
NCAA March Madness 08 is a fantastic game
What?
all around.
Okay, I know there's like 2 or 3 college sports games that are actually worth a lot of money. I don't think that's one of them though.
Looks great, plays great, and college hoops games, some of them are very pricey. He's only at $3 on this one, and this is a game.
Yeah, some of them are. I'm pretty sure this is not one of them. I think the only ones that are worth a lot of money are the ones that came out at the end of the generation cycle. So like for Xbox 360, let's say that like 2014 was the last college football game that came out, then like 2014, that would be the one that's worth a lot.
Team I've wanted to get back into my collection. I'm definitely gonna grab this.
And how about on this one? Okay.
Free! He's throwing it in. That's like a $50 game, I think.
We're working.
Wii Sports Resort is free. From $5 to $3 to free. Yeah, this is going pretty well.
Holy shit. And you know, to be fair to MC Mur here, he actually hasn't even begun his negotiations. This guy's negotiating against himself. This Mexican, this border hopper, for some reason, he's just, I don't know, maybe ICE is closing in. Maybe ICE is closing in and he needs to get the fuck out of there. So he's like, $5, $3, free, just take it. I gotta go. ICE is coming.
We may be getting this whole table. I'll go ahead and grab the Wii Sports beneath it.
He's liquidating. Yeah, for real.
Knowing we're gonna make a great big bundle here, but you know, we are just getting started.
Oh, but in all seriousness, Wii Sports Resort is actually, I think, like a $50 game somehow, for some reason. I don't know who the hell is paying that, but Wii Sports Resort. Yeah, look at this. Complete $30, give or take. Loose complete. Let's see. Complete in box solds. One sold for $55. Oh, that's what the Wii Motion Plus. Yeah, $35. Damn.
Okay.
You hate to see him winning. You do hate to see him winning.
No me di cuenta, voy a hacer de export.
How much on this one?
$10.
10.
Bueno, pues cuídese, Mike.
No way.
On a PS3 controller in this condition?
No shot in hell he's paying 10 for that.
Especially that.
That's
cool
getting
digital
bundled.
camo. That's not bad. They sell for about 3 times that.
Yeah, if they work.
Definitely going in the maybe pile. I think we can bundle it in.
Aquí le guardo su número. ¿Cómo se llama? Gerardo, ok. Aquí lo guardo, Gerardo.
How much you have to have for these little guys?
$5.
$5.
Okay, this guy has no clue what his shit is worth. Donkey Kong Returns on the DS, $5. I'm guessing without looking it up, first party Nintendo game, Donkey Kong, probably goes for a little more than $5.
How much you have to have on this one?
$5.
5.
Wait. So how come Donkey Kong $5, Left 4 Dead $5, NCAA 2008 with Wii Sports Resort $3? What is this man's logic?
$5 on a Left 4 Dead Game of the Year edition. That's really not bad either. I mean, it'd be better if it was 2, but even the first one still sells. People love Left 4 Dead.
Would you do 8 for the stack?
8.
Wait.
10.
$8 for how many games?
10 with that? Deal.
Okay.
So now he's bundling for me. That may be a first, and we'll take it. I'm getting the bulk of what I was after here so far.
The hell is this guy on about? You bundled first. You said 8 for the stack.
But there's more, right? There's retro cartridges here. We ain't done.
How much you getting on this?
No, $8.
What is even the purpose of this whole flea market thing? It's like, it seems like they're willing to accept basically any offer. So what is the point? Like, why is this guy even doing this? If the point is not to make money, why is he doing this? Like, you're already starting at an extremely low price point of $20. The guy says 8. You say 10. Are you satisfied? You sold 4 games for $10. Are you satisfied with that? You're going to go home, like, after all said and done, you're going to go home today with what, like $30 in your pocket? How are these people even surviving? This flea market makes no sense. The whole flea market concept shit makes no sense to me.
$8.
$4 a piece isn't awful on, NES cartridges, that's for sure, but these aren't rare or anything. There is one that I think I'm missing in my collection, though, and there's a copy of Knockout Kings 2000 here for the N64. Such a great series. I'm a huge fan of Knockout Kings, and then on into
Pretty
the
sure
Fight Night
that's
series.
worth
Just
$0.
great games. I mean, if we can bundle all
Very
these
close to
together,
$0.
I feel it's building another stack here.
I think I've got that one. I know I've got that one.
Only $3. $3, $2.
This is crazy. He hasn't even made an offer yet, and the merchant, the vendor, he's already going down on price. He just went from 4 to 3, I think, on Sesame Street for the NES. There's no way. There's no way MC Murr's passing on Sesame Street for the NES. No way.
That's not bad.
That's an offer you can't refuse.
This.
It's got to be stolen. It has to be. That's what because it doesn't even make sense. Like, how does this guy even, what is this guy doing with Sesame Street for the NES? This guy wasn't in the country when that came out. He's got fight sticks. He's got like just the most random shit. It doesn't make sense how one person has all of these random things. It's got to be stolen.
$16.
Yeah?
15. 2.
Yo, Phantom, what's up?
Okay? It's good, no good?
I'm thinking about it because I said I've got this one already.
$10.
He's going lower. He's going. Just keep thinking. The longer you think, the lower the price drops.
$10 for these.
This guy's gonna start paying you to take Sesame Street. He's about to pay you for Sesame Street. Include. He threw it in.
Yeah.
He threw it in.
He did it again, bundling them up. He even bundled in the 2 3DS cartridges that he had there, a Donkey Kong Country and the Angry Birds. All of it together for $10. I mean, that's a great pile. That's a great deal. We're definitely going to do well on these.
Come back here.
Hey. This is all 20.
20. How about 17? Would you do 17?
Holy shit. This guy came down 12 times. This guy came down so many times. This guy threw in a free Wii Sports Resort $40 video game, and he is still trying to knock down the price. Come on.
18.
Okay.
I mean, this guy can't even afford ramen noodles, all right? His life depends on this transaction. And you're going to lowball him? This guy can't afford to wipe his ass. And you're going to lowball him?
Getting the PS3 controller too. I mean, I'm loving the negotiation going on here. And
negotiation?
It's not hardball either. He's just ready to get rid of this stuff. And because
this is highway robbery.
Buying in bulk, we're getting it for better rates. $18 for a big old bag of gaming bliss and happiness. This
couldn't pay 20.
So he was
couldn't pay 20. Had to be 18.
Really willing to deal
Unreal.
with software, and that's what you got to look at, right? When you see a table where
that $2
valuable, you have to
that $2 would have ended him.
May not be valuing, and just kind of feel that out, right? And that's the kind of stuff you want to make a play on. Classic cherry picking. Gotta love it.
So Resident Evil Code Veronica X.
Yeah, once again, this guy's talking about these deals like he's closing multi-million-dollar Shark Tank type
just didn't have good enough
contracts
to make me bear with them. And while all Resident Evil sell,
when in reality we're talking about Sesame Street for the NES and Pat Riley's Basketball.
A solid grab, especially in a bundle. The bundled price on this game ended up.
I have a very, very weird relationship with this game. It's weird because Resident Evil, favorite game series. Everybody who knows me knows that. But I just never got into that. You know what it was? Like, it came out at a weird time. It came out for the Dreamcast. I did have a Dreamcast, actually, but for some reason, when it came out, I never got around to it. And then by the time I did get around to it, it was many years after its release. So it hadn't really aged well by the time I got around to it. And I just never really. I got about halfway through, and I just wasn't
late. There's a lot I want to spend time on, and a lot of questions I need answered.
Well, Veronica has the line, "You cross-dressing freak," and no one cared 20 years ago. Good example how all this shit was forced on us recently. Oh yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy actually how you could go back and you could watch media that's not that old, like Code Veronica, perfect example. Anything from the 90s, anything from the 2000s, early 2000s, and
we have copies of Wii Sports.
When you hear it again today,
old standby.
It sounds like
$50.
Whoa, did they just say that?
It's too high.
When in reality, it's actually not that controversial, or not controversial. It just sounds controversial based on the new, the modern guidelines.
No way we can lose on that.
So, it's very sad. It's very sad what they've done. Now, here he says that the value of Wii Sports is 18. I'm pretty sure it's actually more than that these days. I think it's gone up a lot since. And as we just saw, yeah, I think they both went up because he's saying that the Wii Sports Resort was 23. We just saw it's actually complete 35-ish, which is like a 50% jump in price. And let's see how much Wii Sports goes for presently. Wii Sports complete. 24. Okay, I thought it was more than that. But even still, that's not 50%, but almost 50% increase in price. It's crazy, man. The value of everything has just gone up so much in such a short amount of time because of inflation and other things. Latest greatest says based low polling and illegal.
We got loose carts of Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D, which
these games are so good.
This should definitely
Donkey
be
Kong Country
and Angry
so
Birds,
good.
which
Love
I
those
could have
games.
done without, but it got bundled in.
Angry
so
Birds.
I'm not complaining.
It was fun while it
We got
lasted.
this
I'm
stack
not.
of games for
I'm not gonna
$10,
lie.
Putting around 30.
Fun while it lasted.
And Angry Birds goes for about
Insane come ups once again. $2.50 to $13. Someone's
RoboCop
sitting
on
pretty
NES
tonight.
was a superb home version of the
RoboCop.
game was quality today.
Gonna skip ahead a little
This
bit.
is one I don't have in my NES collection. Combo Cart was two games separately.
Fuck is
on their
this?
own
Why is
carts.
Ernie taking a
I
bath?
wondered at a glance how rare the Combo Cart was because I can't remember ever seeing this anywhere. We got $2.50 in each of these NES carts, and they both sell for upwards of $12.
Upwards of $12. Unbelievable.
Then we got Knockout Kings 2000 on N64. Not rare and not valuable, but I don't have it on N64. Only on PS1. And it got auto bundled, so again, I'm not...
So one thing I've been watching also, besides like the resale content, I've been watching collectors, like video game collectors content. And one thing that I don't get with these people is like they need one copy of a game for every console. I mean, first off, these people, they buy way more games than they will ever, like even if they spent every second of the rest of their life playing video games, they still are not going to play everything that they own. But also, oftentimes you'll hear them and they're like, oh, well, I have that game, but I don't have it for the N64. Well, do you need it for the N64? Like, you could only play the game on one console at a time. So if you have it on the better console, which I assume this game was better on the PlayStation versus the N64, like, I don't know, man. To me, look, if you're a collector, that's cool. Like, I don't take issue with that. But there are certain aspects of collecting that are pretty autistic and overkill. And you don't need Knockout Kings 2000 on every console. You don't need like every variant of Knockout Kings 2000, in my opinion.
Complaining. These games are so much fun. You know, at that time in my life, boxing and wrestling game career modes took up as much of my game time as RPGs. This game, in this condition,
RPGs
sells for about $8 to $10.
Someone say RPG?
A lot of times when we find controllers, the thumbsticks are boogered up, some of the buttons stick. No, not this one. There's not even any wear on it. It just
Not this one. This one only has cum on it. This one only has dried cum on it.
looks fantastic. This PS3 controller is in the digital camo. We ended up paying $8 for it, and I will accept no less than $35.
Yo! Looks like we got a couple of subs over on Kick. Coming in from King Pleb. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. All right, so this is the total haul. Total amount spent, $28. Total average value, $171. Total estimated profit after fees and shipping, I don't know about that. Unless he's going to bundle it all, the shipping's going to kill him. With the shipping, there with the shipping, basically none of those games are profitable because it's going to cost you $5, $6 to ship any of those games without much protection. So, but we'll grant it. We'll grant it. $70 profit after fees and shipping. Okay, so let's pretend that, you know, we're going to ignore the fact that, like, he's going to have to clean this shit. He's going to have to test this shit. He's going to have to throw half of it out because it doesn't work. We're just granting $70. How much time did it take you to make that $70? Like, how many flea markets did this guy hit up? How much time did he spend at this flea market? How much dignity did he lose lowballing Mexicans, lowballing illegals? The drive back and forth, the gas. You know, all things considered, these people, they're not making shit. This guy is lucky. He is actually lucky if he broke even.
Man, just some really cool finds today. Some really cool stuff to look at right here on the show.
Oh, good point. Good point. Latest greatest says, but he's monetizing his YouTube videos too. Okay.
So we got a lot.
Did consider that? Actually,
for really,
in all seriousness, he's probably making more from. I don't know how much he's making off YouTube, but
no. What are your experiences with these games? What do you think about the things?
Probably making more on YouTube than the haul.
I want to hear something from you in the comment section of this video.
All right, so let's check out the comments now. And yeah, you guys are right. 10 minutes and he's out. He puts his 10 minutes in and he's out of here. He says, now that was a flea table. There's a sentence I never thought I'd read. What was your favorite grab today? Comment below. Great scores and love when the seller is just throwing in things on their own and bundling for you. Me and my buddies played the living hell, pun intended, out of Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 on the Xbox 360 when they were new. I love that though. Boring. Great stuff, and thanks for sharing your video with me. Thanks again. Great pickups, Love this channel so much. It's my new addiction. That's funny. You're addicted to this? You're addicted to this guy stealing broken video games from Mexicans? PS3 controllers with cum on them? You're the master bundler. Great episode. I've not watched much of the video yet, but the haircut looks great. Wow. Maybe I should get one of these people on my stream for an interview. Maybe I should get a MC viewer. I should get an MC viewer on my stream for an interview. Okay, so we've seen enough MC for today, but there's actually a little bit more. So there's a different YouTuber. Whoa, sorry about that. That was probably extremely loud. And it just happened again. Sorry about that a second time. Okay, so here we have Cuddy Collect. I don't know if this guy... is still making content. His last upload was over a year ago. He has not even 400 subs, and his videos get... the better ones get around 2,000 views, but... Okay, so this guy actually doesn't have a bunch of uploads. But anyway, here we have a video. Title, I raided a homeless encampment for retro video games and I scored. Do not try this at home. Now, you could tell that this video is deadly serious because it starts with a warning message. Warning, do not try this at home. Well, I didn't need the warning, but okay. All actions in this video are done by a highly trained professional retro game hunter. Cuddy Bang assumes no responsibility for any losses, damage, injuries, or death that may occur from anyone trying to recreate any actions or scenes in this video. This is not a joke. Homeless encampments are very, very dangerous. What mother effers be doing for views, man? What MFers be doing for views these days? Most, if not all, homeless people are either on drugs or have mental health issues. Whoa, 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 whoa. This guy better watch the rhetoric. This guy better watch the rhetoric. I'm hearing some houseist rhetoric here. Well, you better hope that the woke mob doesn't catch wind of this. Might get a groveling apology from this guy too. 99% of the homeless carry weapons on them for protection, such as knives, shanks, guns, etc. Your life is worth more than any retro game in the world. Leave the dangerous side of retro game hunting to your boy Cuddy Bang. This is not a game. You have been warned. You've been warned. Don't do this, okay? So if there's anybody out there who is considering recreating the actions of this YouTuber, don't.
Ready for that homeless heat. Quit playing with me.
Hi.
What's that?
He's looking for GameStop. Customer. These are worth 10. Talk about murdering people like right in front of my bedroom.
I've been in the crack houses to get the games.
Test that it works.
This is so ridiculous.
It's no joke in these streets, huh? Oh, what we do for these games. To be honest with you guys,
This is so ridiculous.
I just got into.
Holy shit. Holy shit. I mean, that was like very difficult to follow. I feel like if you're going to make a coming up, that was not the way to do it. It was blindingly fast, breakneck speed. I don't even know what I saw. I basically just heard dogs barking and something about murder. Somebody was murdered.
My dude, shit was going on. I was driving up the flea market right there, drunk as fuck, and I seen this lady right here in the bus.
Hold on a second. Let's rewind.
Going on. I was driving up the flea market right there, drunk as fuck, and I seen this lady.
What? Did he just say that he was driving to the flea market drunk as fuck?
Right here in the bus. I guess she lives in the bus, her and the homeless crew. And I asked him, what's up with the games? That's what I'm looking for, games. Oh, we got controllers. I'm like, all right, cool. So I just parked the Bentley and I'm about to go across the street. And
okay, alcohol is just the beginning of it. Like, for you to stop, pull over to check out a homeless encampment for video games, nah, alcohol, that shit was laced. That was fentanyl-laced alcohol for him to do this.
See what kind of controller she talking about. Hopefully it's that rare, that prototype's what I'm looking for, you know what I'm saying? That kiosk. Hopefully got the kiosk controllers. I don't know, dude. We're gonna see what kind of shit it is. I'm not expecting much. It's probably gonna be straight junk, but you really just never know. You might just, find something fucking good. You just never.
You never know. It's true. He's got a point there. You never know what you'll find at the homeless encampment.
Dang. America, baby. All right.
He's not wrong about that.
I didn't see those guys over there. All right, let's see what they got.
Okay, so he hasn't even made it to the video games yet, and he's already getting barked at. Not a great sign.
Oh, man, hopefully there's some good stuff. Let's see.
Somebody's dog. So he's like, oh man, I'm sorry. Like, let me my dog and it's off. And I was like, yeah.
Holy shit, she is spitting bars.
Okay, so
She is spitting bars.
hi.
What's that?
He's looking for GameStop. Customer.
Yeah.
So I didn't know they were coming now. Give me 1 minute.
Yeah, take your time, yeah.
By the way, I do want to very quickly, I do want to acknowledge the camera work here. I do want to give credit. I want to give a shout out to Cuddy Bang for the impeccable camera work. I really enjoy how we are mostly looking at the ground and not at like anything of interest. So shout out to Cuddy Bang for that. incredible cinematography.
All good. Okay. No problem. I'll be right here. Man, that bike.
Oh, and the music is definitely not too loud either. I appreciate the music being definitely not too loud.
It's cool, dude. This is crazy. This is that straight van life. Look, swing.
I'm kind of rooting for the dog here. I'm kind of rooting for the dog to do some shit.
Playing, you hear him? Ooh. He's like,
I'm team dog on this one.
all right, fool. All right, I'm going. Chill, vato. So, what we do for these games, man. What we do for these games. How close I am to these cars.
How little do you value your life, your well-being to do something like this? And this video has, hold on a second. This video has, okay, I thought it had like 20 views. And that's still not a lot, though. It has less than 2,000 views, so still not a lot. And he's got 400 subs.
All that just for the games. I bet you all these cars driving by are gonna think that, dude, I'm homeless or something. Or they're gonna probably think I'm doing bad stuff with these homeless people. I'm just looking for the games, dude, for real. This is the effects of mess. They just gather random sharp things and put them all in one place. And I guess.
How much for the sharp things? Yo, if MC Fur was here, he'd be making a bundle offer on the sharp things right now.
This is what you would call meth art. And for new. And here.
Oh, that could have been so much better. That could have been so much. I actually thought he was going to do it because I didn't see the full video yet. That could have been so much better. Oh, he said N4.
Have a nice
I thought it was coming.
Adidas brand name right there. Quit playing with them. But you thought homeless.
How much for the sandal?
Swag. Thought they don't got drip. Come on now.
These are worth 10. I have the word. I have a comic over here, but yeah. Okay. So and
I'll take a look.
It's a little bit of a mess. Feel free to like. Okay. Because I lost like a lot of money, so I just packed everything up. So
Wow, she's a really good salesman.
giving up on the day. But
I'm sure we'll figure something out.
sure, thank you.
Let me take a look. Let me see what's in here.
His bros here. Look at this shit. Is he serious?
It's no joke in these streets, huh? I know. I got friends in the streets. It's always the ones that know you the best, you know, unfortunately.
I have a halo on me actually.
He's got a lot in common with this bum, it sounds like.
A couple extra cords.
I'll be interested in the cords. We don't gotta test nothing. It's cool.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I don't know for certain if I have.
Hold on a second. There's text on the screen. It says, she didn't have the proper power supplies, so it's impossible to test. Well, that's never a good sign.
Right now, but I can check.
Yeah, I'll take a look at whatever. And if you don't,
Here, sorry.
no worries. Just take one. Quit playing with me, man.
I have a whole bit of them, cords.
I'll take a look.
But not with me. I would have to go get it, but this is what I have on me right now.
Okay.
And it's like, I swear I arranged it, but I'm just
It's all good.
trying to get out of here so fast.
Yeah, none of these cords are gonna be for the games. If you're here next month, well, I'll definitely take a look at everything.
I feel like I'm getting a secondhand high just listening to her talk. Just listening to her cracked out speech rhythm.
And I like that stuff for.
I'll stop by afterwards if you get a pile going.
Okay.
Yeah, just build it up.
Do you usually come later in the day?
I get here at like 6:50.
So I'm not actually, I'm not caught up on Cuddy Bang, but if I had to guess, probably no longer in the resale game.
See, but I leave when they close. That's how serious.
Wait a second. What is going on? Why did that happen?
Usually come later in the day?
I get here at like 6:15, but I leave when they close.
Okay.
That's how serious I am. Yeah.
That didn't make sense, I guess.
I'm Cuddy. Not bad for just pulling over and talking to people on the side. So we're about to go to her other spot on the other side of I don't know where, dude. I don't know what the f I'm getting into. And yeah, I'm about to go follow this homeless lady all the way to the other side of somewhere. Yeah, dude, wish me luck. Hopefully there's more shit. So far, this is pretty good right here. Pretty good.
Okay, this is just getting more insane by the moment. So now he's going to carpool with this lady. I don't know where they're going, but I guess there are some cables missing for the broken GameCube and the broken Dreamcast that he found. So he's going to follow her to a mysterious location, and I don't know what would possess him to do. I mean, look, it's one thing if you're someone like you're Jack Doherty and you have 50 million subscribers on YouTube and somebody's actually going to see this shit, so you do it for the content. But that's not this guy. So he just totally debased himself and is risking his life here for no clear reason.
Stuff right here. Oh man, let's go. I'm ready. So I can't do the whole thing for 100, but I am interested in this stuff right here.
She wants $100.
Okay, all right, 5, 10, 15. This is actually worth like 60, but I'll mark it down to 20 if that's okay. But like,
Oh, whoa, what a bargain. It's normally $60, but for you, I like you, $20 for you.
you can resell, and I know this works, but that's the only thing. 10, 20, I'll throw in those for free. 10, 20, 25.
She's throwing in what for free? The GameCubes?
Can you do $60 for that?
60. Let me see what I have on me. Give me a second.
Okay.
How about
$60.
Yeah. Yes. I'll do it.
All right.
That's shit to get stolen. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Hey, thank you.
Would you happen to have
What?
a little gray receiver that goes with this?
No, I can check it. The other place.
How far is that?
The other place it's in Lee. It's just straight over there on the side of the side.
You got more stuff there?
Yeah, and a few more controllers. They were just all tangled.
Okay.
I mean, I'll walk or ride with you and then meet you over there. I'll give you the address. Okay. All right, give me 1 second.
We are quickly descending into madness here. So I think he bought the Wavebird controller for like $50 without the dongle that you need for the Wavebird to function. Not to mention the Wavebird probably doesn't function to begin with, even with the dongle. So I don't know what the hell is happening. It also appears that he bought some third-party Xbox controllers. Like that orange controller is definitely not a first-party controller. That's like not even a Mad Catz controller. He also bought, there's something with Han Solo on it. It looks like, I don't know what that is. Possibly a dildo holder. And also just a random assortment of cables for God knows what.
Box to the pile, but I don't have room to put it in here, so see if we got space.
Hold on a second. It says, stay tuned for the much bigger second homeless bundle later. Wow, bigger than this? I didn't think that was possible.
Over here, here's the game plan, my dudes. Here's what's going on right now. She's about to get in my car. She's not like tweaking and like not making sense. She's making 100% sense. She's fine.
Yeah, to you maybe.
She's not like ice. I'm gonna give her a ride in my car, and we're gonna go to her second camp, and we're gonna do some digging. Hopefully,
He's trying to get a BJ. He's 100% trying to get a BJ.
we find more stuff
That's all this is.
super cheap. It just
He's not game hunting. He's BJ hunting.
keeps coming. It doesn't stop. Like
He wants a toothless meth head BJ.
I said, power of communication, man. If I didn't open my mouth, I would have never found this next bundle right here. But when I open my mouth, I'm getting fed, man. Closed mouth, don't get fed. Let's go get it. I'm gonna update you as I go on. All right, man. Peace.
Why, you see that? You open your mouth and you get fed. Crack cocaine and methamphetamine and a Wavebird controller without a dongle.
Here, I will, here's what we like.
These edits, this music, these camera angles.
All right, cool. Good idea.
Nice. Oh, thank you. Okay, cool.
Is this the BJ scene?
Crazy.
Crazy, dude.
Roadhead?
The shit I do for the game. Come on, dude. For real, man. Straight hardcore out here. Told you, I get deep in the trenches for the fucking game. I've been in the crack houses to get the games. We're gonna get it and we ain't gonna stop. But yeah, dude, this is crazy. I don't know what she's gonna bring out. It's a thing. I have no clue what she's gonna bring out. I don't know.
See, this guy is a real reseller. This guy's a true legend. He goes... See, you're all pussies. You're all pussies. You would never go in the crack house for the games. Cuddy Bang? He goes in the crack houses for the games.
Oh, this thing is tangled. Holy shit.
Holy shit!
I want to get this game.
Holy shit!
I don't know what I got into, man. To be honest with you guys.
Holy...
I just got it.
Have you ever in your life? Jeez. Jeez. And you thought that your web of wires was bad. This is like nothing I've seen before.
I was just trying to go home, really.
Oh, holy shit. I think it's alive. I think this is actually a living organism.
The GameCube wire was all the way down here. How am I gonna get that out? No way. I'm just gonna have to give up on that one. I just can't. This is just
Holy.
tangled, bros. This is like impossible. What the fuck, dude?
How does it even happen? That's like 100 years of tangling.
This is fucking nuts. I'm good. I can't do this. I'm done. I've been here since 6:30. I can't do no untangling now. I'm gonna tell her I'm good on that. Yeah, I gotta go. I'm gonna tell her I'm done.
That was a strikeout, second round. But hey,
Rip.
the first round, that was pretty good. All those GameCubes and stuff like that. Controllers, Dreamcast controllers. That's what I
He's
got
getting
from there.
beefed at.
Anyways, man, she didn't have the house. It wasn't really worth it. She gave me some freebies. And yeah,
Do you hear that? He got some freebies. You know what that means? Like I said,
the cookie crumbles sometimes. Anyways, I'm toasty, tired to get the
some
good
free
stuff.
BJ's more like it.
And shit, dude, it's crazy, man. Who digs deeper than me, dude? Tell me. Who digs the deepest, Cuddy Bang? Still a junk drunk. Let's go.
He's still drunk.
We ain't stopping.
Estimated time in traffic.
Look at this. He's crossing the border now.
Hella funny. Shortcut.
He's driving drunk and filming it.
My favorite X-Men. Home sweet home, baby. Home stretch. Let's go.
Your boy Cuddy Bang. We survived the homeless encampment. That wasn't easy. Believe me, it was a lot harder
Bro, the audio levels.
than it looked. And it wasn't a new experience. I've done things like this before to get these games. Every time it's been successful, thank God. But let me tell you something, especially you youngsters watching my videos, do not copy what I do. Do not just go in a homeless encampment and start asking for stuff. There's a lot more to it than that. A lot of these people
Thanks for
can
letting
be
me
on
know,
drugs,
because
they
I
have
was
mental
highly
issues, a lot of them
considering it,
have
but
police records, criminals, there's just different mentalities.
now that I know I shouldn't do it.
That could arise. They could have weapons. Homeless people always have shanks. They always have knives. So you want to be really, really careful if you're going to.
He's not wrong about that.
I don't recommend doing this. The only reason why I do this because I can get along with a whole bunch of people. I've dealt with people that are on different types of drugs and to an extent people with mental issues. So I know how to deal with many situations. When I approached the homeless encampment, I was confident things were going to be okay, judging by the person's body language and how everything was.
That's all it takes. Oh, see, that's really the key, is to approach the homeless encampment with confidence. You have to assert yourself among the homeless. As long as you confidently assert yourself among the homeless, nothing bad should happen.
Dog scared me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, shut up! I'm glad that thing didn't bite me.
What the fuck was that?
You've been warned. In my bio, it says, "Do not try this without proper Cuddy Bang training. Be careful out there when you hunt for games. Don't do.
He's professionally trained.
Don't do things you're not comfortable with.
He went to school for this.
Don't do that. Nice.
He has a PhD in homelessness.
All right, let's get to the games. We got two bundles. Bundle that you see me pick up from the homeless encampment after the swap meet, and also I have another much bigger juicy bundle that I got from someone very interesting.
Bruh, if you have to cut 20 times in one sentence, just like do another take. It's called a take.
Interesting. In 2014, I was at Goodwill buying some video games, and there was a guy behind me in line. We started talking, and I let him know I'm into retro games. He said he had Dreamcast games. He invited me over to his house, and when I go over there, sure enough, he had stacks of them. This is the good
Bruh, why is this guy always getting invited to people's houses?
old days back in 2014.
And also, why is he going? Why is he being invited and then going?
When you can still find them in the wild. His prices were cheap. We did a deal, and coming to find out, he's like the mini boss
did the dirty.
of that neighborhood, and he knows
They did the diddy dirty deal.
tons of stuff all the time. And I told him we start getting more retro games, even modern games, any type, empty boxes, manuals, strategy guides, anything. I buy it all. Sure enough, he put the word out. He let his people know. Cuddy's serious. This is what he's buying. Ever since 2014.
He let his people know Cuddy is on the lookout for strategy guides. He put the word out.
They've been bringing me bundles. So this next bundle that I'm talking about, the bigger bundle, it's also from homeless people. Anyways, this bundle right here is for $150. The other bundle I got from the homeless encampment, that was $50. That's the only $50 I had in my pocket.
Sick.
So everything you're gonna see, $200. Let's flip this camera. Let's do what we do best, and let me show you what I got.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Ready for that homeless heat. I'm telling you, man, it's sizzling.
Homeless heat.
Spare change. Hit him with the thunder.
Wait, what the fuck? What the? When did he get this shit? Okay, that was definitely not from the video we just... What the fuck? What the... No way. What? There's like 1,000 pieces here. Why would you not include any of that in your video? No, there's no way. I don't see any poop or semen on that Atari. There's no way he got that from the homeless people.
Yes, this is all from homeless people.
No, it's not. There's no way.
$50 for this bundle, $50 for that bundle. Y'all seen it. If you follow me on the gram, y'all seen it a few months ago when I picked it.
Bro, what? She threw in Goosebumps? No way.
So let's start right here with the $50 bundle. We got the 2 GameCube consoles right in the back. Random Japanese cups, kind of cool. It's original.
Random Japanese cup. Oh, wow, look at this. Wow, 4, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 third-party Xbox controllers. Oh, those are going to go for a lot.
Xbox controllers, World of Warcraft discs.
Whoa, wait.
Japanese cups, kind of cool. It's original.
World of Warcraft installation discs that don't work without a registration key. Wow, those are literally worthless. The Japanese cup is worth more than the World of Warcraft discs. And these Xbox controllers, third-party Xbox controllers that probably don't even work, those are also worthless. The GameCubes, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and guess those 2 do not work.
Controllers, World of Warcraft discs, 2 Sega Dreamcast controllers, and they came with the official memory card.
All right, now I'm not gonna talk shit on the Dreamcast controllers.
This one's a little bit less common. I think it holds more memory than this one, 4 times as much. And we got the gem of the lot, the Nintendo GameCube Wavebird controller.
The Wavebird without the piece that makes it function.
And it is in beautiful shape. Look at that. Wow. Oh my god. It's a gem. She's a keeper. Imagine how it's going to look when I shine it up. We got Mario Kart, It's Me, Sonic Trouble, N64.
Wait a second. What about Goosebumps Say Cheese and Die? What's the resale value on Goosebumps Say Cheese and Die? I'm curious to know. Let's go to, let's see here. Hold on. I need to know the resale value of Goosebumps Say Cheese and Die, because I think that determines whether or not this deal was worth making. Goosebumps Say Cheese and Die. Pull up solds. This should be good enough. $458 pre-owned with free shipping. Okay. Not terrible. I mean, it'll cost more than that to ship, but not terrible.
Or a few random knickknacks. This stamp stuff, that's from my friend. And it was a Star Wars Episode 5 watch in the tin can.
Whoa, Star Wars Episode 5 watch.
Brand new.
That's like a Rolex, basically.
I don't know if this is Burger King or where this is from. Luigi's Mansion. McDonald's toy.
Okay, that's actually cool. That's actually the coolest thing I've seen so far.
Bonkers toy. That's pretty cool. This must be 90s. Let's move on over.
I don't know what Bonkers is.
Let's go. Bam. Here's the bigger bundle from the homie. We got the homeless people getting all together. And they delivering to your boy. Cuddy Bang. Let's check it out. We got 4 consoles in the back.
Wait, how could you be homeless and have this much? There's no way. Where's a homeless person keeping all this shit?
Starting from the silver GameCube NES, Atari 2600 to the Atari 5200, baby. The 5200 did come with the power supply, and it came with both joysticks. We could use one of these RFU adapters.
None of this works.
That bigger one to hook it up 2600 with
none of this works.
OEM.
No shot any of this works.
Specialty joysticks, pretty cool. Check it out. The Point Masters, gem stick, and pair of paddles. We got the 5200 games, baby.
Oh, there's a paintball gun. Just a random paintball gun thrown in there. Okay, sure.
They're all pretty standard run-of-the-mill games, but we do got some cool ones that I don't really see too often. With the gem being Star Wars and Q*bert's another one, Choplifter, Miss Pac-Man, I don't see too often.
So many gems. It's like
either that much. Over here we got a case that someone either built or got from somewhere.
Like a gem-filled cave.
Check this out. Somebody back in the 80s.
Like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. There's gems everywhere.
That's pretty cool to see, because nowadays you could just buy the end labels, right? We got a plug and play made by Polaroid. Very interesting piece. I only say that because the input's right here. Not your standard.
Yeah, what a piece. It belongs in a museum.
I do have
Damn, look at that piece.
I don't know much about it. Over to the right, we have another plug and play. Bam, check it out. This one is made by Hasbro 2004. This moves when you shoot. Pretty neat.
Hasbro paintball gun? I didn't know they made paintball guns.
Really bad. Let's move on over to the left. Bam, 2600 games. We got a whole bunch. Pretty standard stuff. This blank one right here, that's just golf. The good ones are Bam, G.I. Joe, Cobra Strike, Donkey Kong Jr., Quit Playing With Me, Tax Scan, and a couple more run-of-the-mill games right there. And over
he paid how much for this again? $200? I don't even know
12-inch figures.
I don't think he's profitable on this. Not to mention the amount of time it's going to take to sell all this shit.
Not too sure. He does look familiar. We got one Star Trek.
It'll take him years to sell this crap.
Series sealed. Let's move on over to the good stuff. Woo! Shit! We got a couple NES game, Golden Zelda, with the fold-out map. The map is a little bit ripped up, but it does come with a nice clear case, as well as the other games. They have the clear cases with them. They're official Nintendo right there. Quit playing with your boy. Super Mario Brothers 3, pretty decent label. It has the manual. We got the
That's a good game, but
a little bit tore up in the back. We do have one NES dust cover. You can never have enough of these. Don't forget about
those dust covers were goated. I'm not gonna lie.
Dragon Warrior. Whoa! Let's not forget about the Game Boy Color accessories right there with the Nintendo Wii nunchucks. Coming in hot. Damn, baby, Amazing Spider-Man. First place 10 pins. Posted for the Sega CD right there.
Yeah, there's like 500 pieces here. Even if this was a profitable deal, which I'm really honestly genuinely not sure that it was, the amount of time it's going to take to sell, like list everything and test and the rest of his life, he'll have to dedicate the rest of his life to this.
For console and the Sega 32X. Quit playing with your boy. Look at that beautiful poster. And don't forget, this is part of the $150 bundle right there. We got the
He paid $150 for that?
Yeah, Zapper, quit playing. Let's go. And
that's not great, honestly.
And thank you for hanging.
Because the thing is, it might look like there's a lot there, but almost everything in that pile is worth nothing. Like 90% of what you're looking at in that pile is not actually worth anything at all. Those games, most of them are worth maybe $1.
In there. Yes, this is real. I really got this from the homeless encampment and homeless people and people of that sort. Let's just call it.
He's on meth. He loves
$200. I got about $1,100 worth of games.
No way! $1,100? We're smashing X on that one. No way.
I'm out. I'm not kidding, man.
In what universe?
New series, Cuddy Bang raids homeless encampments for retro games. It is real, and I got episode 2 being recorded tomorrow. I got a
whoa, episode 2?
He's gonna come through.
Wait a second. There's a second one?
By product, I mean games. Quit playing with your boy. Now, a word from Cuddy Bang. My dudes, one thing I want you to keep in mind moving forward is that I'm a highly trained collector. I've been doing this for a long time. I've taken risks to get these retro games. What you see me do in this video today, I've done plenty of times before, even before I started making YouTube videos. I've put my life on the line for these hunts sometimes, and thank
that's
God,
dedication right there.
Top, I gotta thank him for protecting me.
He put his life on the line for Goosebumps.
Moving forward, and I can't stress this.
He put his life on the line for third-party Xbox controllers that probably don't work.
Death or any losses that may occur for anyone copying what I'm doing in some of these videos. Please do not copy.
He put his life on the line for Wavebirds without the dongle.
You can get them on eBay. You can get them anywhere else. Okay, I do what I do because I am who I am. I'm gonna keep hunting it. Boy Cuddy Bang's going straight to the top, as well as you guys. I'm taking y'all with me. End of the video. Stay safe, be smart, be calculated, and stay winning. Your boy Cuddy Bang. I'm out.
Yeah, be smart. Be smart like Cuddy Bang. All right, let's check out those comments. Also, part 2? Is there a part 2? Curious to know. Let's do a control F here. Homeless. There's part 1. What other videos does this guy have? I robbed Capcom offices, stole 100 items. I raided Capcom's offices. Okay, so it looks like there actually isn't a part 2, unfortunately. That's sad. That is very, very sad. But there might be another video on this channel worth checking out for another stream. We don't want to blow through all of those right now. Gotta save at least something for next time. But I actually do have one more video that I wanted to play for you guys in this same genre. Before we get to that, I'm gonna take a very quick bathroom break, so let me throw this up for you guys, and I will be right back. Looking for where? Here we go. Be right back. For real this time. Alrighty, folks, and we are back. We are back, and we got one more clip, video, whatever, that I wanted to share with you guys. Now, let me see where that is. Bear with me, folks. Okay, so next up, we have, this is the YouTuber. This is the guy that inspired me to do this segment. His name is Heckin' Steve. You might not know him because he's not that big of a channel. He's got about 13,000 subs. And this guy, he basically, his whole thing is like he hates video game resellers with every fiber of his. He's basically, it's funny because he's basically like a video game reseller A-log. Now, me, I do resale, but I don't do video games. He is a collector, and like he A-logs Phoenix Resale, he A-logs Retro Rick, he A-logs Phoenix Resale's video. Like basically, if you are a video game reseller with a YouTube channel, this guy is probably gonna call you out at some point. And there is this one reseller. His name is Philly Flipper. Yeah. And on his eBay account, he has like a lot of really, really shitty negative feedback. And what I wanted to do is like I wanted to go through that feedback with you guys, but I think he actually deleted that eBay account and he started a new one because he had so many negatives on the first. So the only way that we could see his negative feedback is by watching Heckin' Steve look through it.
Check out.
So what we're going to do is we're going to, instead of going to the source directly, the source doesn't exist anymore. We're going to watch Heckin' Steve go through the feedback, and then I'm going to comment on that feedback. As somebody who does sell on eBay, you know, I could definitely give some insights onto the feedback that's written here and just how outrageously. Actually, you know what? Maybe we should start with an introduction of Philly Flipper so you know who the guy is. Yeah, that's probably a better way to do it. Hold on. So let's actually find a Philly Flipper video from Heckin' Steve. Here we go. Okay, so this guy right here, here he is, Philly Flipper. Now, this is actually a funny video, but it's not going to be that funny because I don't think you're really going to see Philly Flipper in this one. Oh, here he is at the end.
A video.
Yes, it's Philly Flipper here. Yes, PlayStation stuff.
No. We need to do better than that. We need to do better. Yeah, so in the one that I was going to play, he keeps scratching his dick over and over again, but because he was scratching his dick so much, YouTube actually considered it sexual content, and he had to edit that part out of the video, so you don't get to see what makes it hilarious and worth watching.
What up, peeps? It's your boy Heckin' Steve. Welcome back to the channel, and today we are talking about.
All right, so this is Heckin' Steve, and Heckin' Steve is about to A-log Philly Flipper. We'll watch this for a few minutes just so you guys get a feel for who Philly Flipper is, and then we'll go over to the feedback video.
14,000 views, which is pretty good for him these days, because he's not actually doing yard sale videos anymore. Now he's just literally walking around.
Yeah, so Heckin' Steve basically bullied Philly Flipper out of doing like flea market videos. I think I'm not totally caught up on it. It's funny, man. It's funny. There's all these communities out there, and we're stepping into a new universe tonight, a new multiverse.
And holding his phone and talking like that is
Heckin' PPP.
All he's been doing.
Heckin' Ashton.
For weeks. Like, look, you can see it. He's not giving his fan base what they want, and he's like, look, he didn't even change the picture from this thumbnail to that thumbnail. So he's just phoning this content in and just getting the little bit of revenue that he gets off of the views and stuff. because you know he pays his rent with his YouTube money.
If you guys don't know, there's I started a new eBay store a couple months.
Yeah. So here we go. So this guy, like I said, he had an old eBay account, but he deleted it because he was getting so much negative feedback because apparently he's not very good at like telling the truth, listing things honestly, shipping them properly, shipping them on time, as we're about to see in the next video.
I've already been in February, so I had a new eBay store because my old store.
Real quick, if this guy, like, he seems to have a speech impediment, I'm not sure if he does or if he's like a foreigner or something. If he has a speech impediment, I don't want to make fun of him for that. That's just cruel. But we will make fun of him for his reselling ways.
Was just attacked by scammers. There's a guy on here on.
Oh yeah. So he's blaming the negative feedback on scammers. But as you're about to see, like, either there is the largest conspiracy on earth to take Philly Flipper down, or maybe he is responsible for the feedback he receives.
YouTube that I live rent-free in his head, and he's been making tons and tons of hate videos about me. And a lot of his supporters.
So here's the thing, okay? I have not made tons and tons of hate videos about you. I've made, I think, a total of 6, including...
Yeah. So he's also... Philly Flipper is blaming Heckin' Steve for the negative feedback.
Immoral.
Isn't this so fucking funny?
Now, the hate part, I guess you could say that because I've said that you look like Shrek, that you're ugly, you got a terrible haircut. I made fun of your speech impediment once before I knew that you were a foreigner. But yeah, so I mean, maybe you think it's hate because of that, but really that's just popping jokes because it's funny. That all being said, though, I genuinely do not like you. I think you're a terrible reseller. And the fact that you would blame me and my fan base for ruining your first eBay store is absurd. Because the second video that I did on you, which was like the day after the first one I did, now this was long ago when I had like 2,000 subscribers or even less than that, you came on there, you told me that I lived in my mom's basement, and then you and your peers would comment on the video and say, well, why would
reseller
you
drama
your channel because you're such a small channel and blah, blah, blah. But then again, apparently I've just been harassing you this whole time and you live rent-free in my head. First, okay. I try not to think about you as much as possible, okay? And the last video that I made on you before this one was June 30th of this year, which was like 5 or 6 months ago at this point. But yeah.
All right, we can stop it there. You guys, you have the context, I think. You have enough context to understand. I mean, maybe you need more Philly Flipper context, but like whatever. The guy, he's a reseller. He's like a drama queen. He's not great at taking accountability for his actions. He acts like a scumbag, like we saw in the MC Murr video. So that's the gist of it. I think that's all we need. We're not going to do a deep dive on Philly Flipper tonight. So now we are going to go through some of the feedback that was left on his now deleted eBay account.
Feedback ratings on eBay. So, I mean, he does have a lot of positives, but he does have a hefty amount of negatives and neutrals here. So let me share some of the ones that I've found. And of course, you can access this yourself through his YouTube videos. It's in the link, or it's in the description.
Not anymore. This is an old video, which is why he's saying that.
So first up, seller canceled. Club was too big of a size to be shipped out of country with the shipping option you chose. There was nothing I could do.
Okay. So, like, Philly Flipper, so when people leave feedback on eBay, you can respond to it. But the thing you have to consider when you're responding to feedback is that your response is public. So you probably shouldn't be a complete dickhead when you're responding to customers, because if there are, other potential customers who are looking at your shit, other potential buyers, and they're like, a lot of people are going to go look at your feedback. And if they see you being a total dickhead to other customers under your feedback, then they're probably not going to want to buy from you. So, you have to consider PR. You have to consider your public relations when you are responding to negative feedback, neutral feedback. So here there is a buyer. They purchased golf clubs from Philly Flipper. I guess Philly Flipper, this was like an international order, and the shipping was probably going to be outrageously expensive. There's a way to change your settings. So like you can, like for each individual listing, you can choose if you wanted to be an international, you could limit international buyers if you don't want them to, buy your item, because there are certain things like you're not going to want to ship internationally. But anyway, so an international buyer tried to buy golf clubs from him. Philly Flipper canceled the order, and then the buyer left neutral feedback. Neutral, which is a negative. It's neutral. So you just got to take that on the chin, okay? I mean, really, like if the buyer cancels an order, in most cases, you shouldn't leave negative feedback. It depends. Like, let's say it's something where you got it for a good price, but then they canceled the order and they relist it for like more than what you paid for it. Then that's scummy, and sure, leave negative feedback for that. So the context does matter. If it's a case like this where it's a golf club set or it's a giant golf club and it's an internet, then you should just be reasonable, understanding, and not cause a scene. But anyway, Philly Flipper, he responds to this neutral feedback, which is totally unnecessary. And he says, the club was too big of a size to be shipped out of country. With the shipping option you chose, there was nothing I could do. Not a good response. Not a great response, because you are blaming the buyer. You're saying because of the shipping option you chose, well, it's actually your responsibility as the seller to limit what the buyer can choose and have it set up in a way where the buyer can never choose something that you wouldn't be able to fulfill. And also, there was nothing I could do. Yeah, once again, not a good look. Not a good look. If I'm a third party, if I'm a potential customer, and I see you telling another buyer, another customer of yours, there was nothing I can do, it was your fault because of the option that you chose, not coming off too great here. But this is just a taste of what's to come.
Well, I mean, you could have negotiated and, found a different way to ship it, but I assume that it wasn't worth as much when you had to ship it out of country. The international shipping was probably more expensive, so that's why you did that. Terrible packaging. I'm amazed the item made it in one piece. Loose items rolling around made it almost impossible to open the drawer.
Yeah, so here we go. Somebody purchased a plate set, a 1948 plate set. Okay, this is a vintage plate set, and it was purchased for $250. The buyer writes, terrible packaging. I'm amazed the item made it in one piece. Loose items rolling around made it almost impossible to open the drawer. I paid $25 for shipping, and it could have been packed a lot better for that. Item is mostly as stated. There were 6 pieces that do not belong to this set. Interesting. So I guess Philly Flipper threw in a couple of bonus pieces there to make up for the total lack of packaging. Yeah. So once again, he's lucky he got a neutral here, because if you buy a plate set and it's not packaged properly, that by its, like, even if the plates come intact, that by itself probably still is deserving of a negative feedback. He actually didn't respond to this one. He responds to most of them in the most aggressive way possible. This one he actually didn't respond to, but it once again gives you a sense that this might not be somebody that I want to purchase, especially fragile items from. Here we go. This is a plush toy. This is a stuffed toy, lamb chop. Buyer says, received my item and found there is a huge hole in the toy. Nowhere in the description did the seller mention the hole. And the image used on the listing looked as if it were a stock image, so I didn't even notice it. Uh-oh, that's really slimy right there. When you use a stock image, but what the buyer is going to receive is something that looks nothing like it. That's a total scumbag maneuver. Oldest trick in the book. If the description included that there was a huge hole in the toy, I definitely wouldn't have purchased it, but nothing I could do about it now. Only plus about the experience was that the item shipped on time and fast. Yeah, so once again, like, he's getting really, really lucky with these neutrals. That should be a negative. If you buy something and there's a giant hole in it that wasn't mentioned, that wasn't shown in the pictures and wasn't mentioned in the description, that should not be a neutral. That should be a negative. Next up, we have a vintage leather jacket, Cleveland Browns. Buyer says, item was delivered with several stains. Okay, what's going on here with Philly Flipper? More like Philly Fapper. So the previous item, there was a hole in a stuffed toy. Now, in the jacket, there's stains on the jacket. Was he wearing the jacket while he was playing with the toy? Holes and stains. What is going on here with Philly Flipper? Very suspicious. Next, we have, this is a handbag, a tote handbag purse. Tote bag listed as good, used condition, so I expected general wear, but it arrived with a few leaves and some small bits of paper trash inside, and I had to wipe out some type of dried substance. Some type of dried substance that had spilled and dried. Ugh, God, it gets worse. It keeps getting worse. Disappointed that general prep for shipping was not done. So he's not packing the orders well. They're stained. There's holes in them in suspicious locations. Next, we have, this is a Ford Mustang t-shirt. Buyer says, mistakenly bought item and asked for consideration to cancel transaction. Seller declined. That's not controversial. That's just somebody who got like buyer's remorse and wanted to cancel afterwards. Okay, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone pop-up book came damaged. Maybe spend more time packing correctly and less time on YouTube. That's funny. So this is somebody who's familiar with the YouTube channel, and they're dinging him for that. Okay, here we have a ZZ Top vinyl. The listing description did not match the record I received. Seller did not commit to a full refund, so I decided to keep it. This guy's getting really lucky with the neutrals. So here a buyer says that the description didn't match what he received, yet he left a neutral. That's a negative. If you buy something and what you get is not what you thought you were going to get, that's not neutral. That's like the most important thing is what you receive is what you were supposed to receive. Finally, a negative. This is for a large vintage cast iron boot brush. An iron boot brush. Oh, the handle must be iron. I was gonna say, what the fuck? The brush is iron? Oh, actually, no. Maybe the brush is iron. The bristles. Anyway, the item did come quickly, and it looks as pictured. Off to a good start. I knew the item wasn't new, but it shouldn't have been so filthy. I opened the box and dirt poured out, or maybe he thought it was dirt. I literally had to vacuum the floor. Oh, that's horrible. The brush was dirty and not attached, and the place where the brush should have been seated was filled with dirt. Okay, so clearly not cleaning the items before shipping them out. Wait a second, nope, just covered in dirt. Body lotion. This product was runny, discolored, and no longer had any scent. Probably expired. Philly Flipper probably sold this poor lady some expired body lotion. When I contacted the seller, they were sarcastic and insulting. Never again. Yeah, that's not a good look. That wasn't body lotion. That's funny. I think you're right, though. I think you're definitely right. Here we have some baseball cards. Or a baseball card, maybe. Cards. Item not as described. Was not a complete set. Best cards had been taken out of all the sets. Oh, that's never good. So the sets were picked over first. Box was sent in competitor packaging with another address label underneath. Very odd. Contacted seller to try to work it out. He said I wasn't telling the truth. Oh, God. And refused to help. Sad for the hobby. I buy lots of cards and sets on eBay. Thankfully, most vendors are very nice and I rarely have issues. This seller was rough. Had to take it up with eBay and they are making it right despite this seller's attitude. So we're noticing a trend here. We're definitely noticing a clear trend here. Build-A-Bear. Oh, God. I don't know if I even want to read this one. Build-A-Bear. Oh, Jesus. Oh, geez. I was happy with the item upon receipt. However, it was a different story after opening the battery pack and finding out they were corroded. It said you was brand new in the description. So he jizzed on the batteries. This guy's just jizzing over all over everything. Okay, here we go. Fine. I thought he responded to a lot more of these reviews or the feedbacks. Here, the buyer says they bought a red jacket. I did contact the seller. No response. Coat was missing buttons. Had to buy new buttons. Hick pleat was ripped at the top of it. Numerous moth holes around the coat. Alteration shop is charging $15 to repair the kick pleat. I really wanted a red coat, and Harvey Bernard has always been a great garment for my mom and me. The fuck? Is this Norman Bates? Did Norman Bates leave this review? Harvey Bernard has always been a great garment for my mom and me. Very disappointed in the condition of this coat. And here we go. Philly Flipper. Is he going to... How is Philly Flipper going to respond to this? Is he going to respond calmly, level head? Is he going to consider what a prospective buyer might think about this review? Let's see. He says, in all caps, that's always a good look. That's always a good look when providing customer service, all caps. No contact was ever made. No return request was ever started. If any of that was done, I would have made it right, as I do for everyone, ... People really need to learn how to use eBay and not just leave negative feedback all the time. Holy shit. Talk about a spurg out. Bro is spurging out hard here. People really need to learn how to use eBay. That's a great way to get more sales. People need to learn how to use eBay. Okay, here we have a buyer who bought a typewriter. And the feedback says, I purchased a typewriter from the seller in December. The package arrived with the typewriter totally smashed beyond repair. So from the sounds of it, Philly Flipper took a typewriter, put it in a box with no packaging whatsoever, no bubble wrap, no nothing, and just let it rip. I've been in touch with the seller numerous times. At first, I was told that UPS was looking into the matter and that I would get a refund. Since then, I have reached out to the seller many times, giving him ample opportunity to let me know what is going on. Nothing. I hate to be forced into the role of bad guy, but I'm out over $100 and really want my money. Let's see what Philly Flipper has to say in response. What is Philly Flipper's defense for this? Well, this is surprising. He says the buyer is right. Whoa. UPS did damage her item. That was their fault and not mine. Buyer also had 30 days to start a return and never did, so I couldn't refund her. Don't know how I'm at fault here and got negative. Oh, wow. He had such an easy out. Bro had such an easy out. All he had to do was in a professional manner, make it known to both her and prospective buyers that he was not at fault. But instead, the rough translation of his response is, He's calling the buyer a stupid bitch. That's basically, in so many words, what Philly Flipper is saying. Calling her a dumb bitch. Don't know how I'm at fault here. Okay, not a good look, Philly. Not a good look. Here we have another dress. Buyer says, this dress is in terrible shape. Obviously, it was washed in a washing machine and not dry cleaned. The buyer says, Philly says, so you send me a lowball 50% offer, and I still, we're off to a terrible start here. I just have to say, few words in, off to a terrible start here. So you don't want to start any response to buyer feedback with so. That's just like right there. You're just dead on arrival. So you send me a lowball 50% offer and I still accept, then never reach out to me when something is wrong and leave this terrible review shows exactly what kind of human being you are. Oh my God. Enjoy being a curmudgeon of a person. Holy fuck. Holy shit, that has to be the worst ever. That has to be the worst response of all time. Yeah, calling him broke. So you send me a lowball offer. You accepted. You accepted the offer. Enjoy being a curmudgeon of a person. That is hilarious. Holy fuck. I don't care what this guy was selling. I don't care how much I wanted it, how good the price was. If I see you calling another buyer a curmudgeon, I'm never doing business with you. The next review. Buyer says, I politely sent the seller a message letting them know that the package arrived damaged and they ran very small for a size 8 and they were very rude to me because I messaged them a week late after arrival. I was out of town for a week and my personal life is none of the seller's business. Will not purchase from them again. I didn't even request a refund. Yeah, so the trend is clear. Here we have, this is a Christmas ornament. Buyer says, dirty, could have cleaned it up, did not say soiled in ad. So the Christmas ornament was soiled. Here we have a, oh geez, this is not, I know. Okay, so the item, it's a Panasonic VHS player. And I'm seeing a lot of text here. But just based off the item itself, you know this is not going to end well. The description of the camcorder? The description of the camcorder said that it, in quotes, works. But when I received it, it was missing 2 critical pieces that are vital to make it work. The battery and the charger. Oh my God. Oh my, are you serious? That is just the lowest of the low. That is, so that's insane. The entire description said nothing about there not being a battery or a charger. Wow. That is just loathsome. The photos did not show a battery or a charger, but it said that it worked. And it can't work without those critical items. When I contacted him, he said that he separates them to make more profit, like a car with no tires. Oh my. Oh, bro. We need to know, brother.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Are you serious? That was your response? You told you said that? Oh my God. That was your response? That was the customer service you provided? Yeah, I'm sure the buyer was delighted to hear that you separate the batteries for additional profit. Yeah, I'm sure that provided them with the resolution they needed. Shipped from Israel. Oh my God, that's ridiculous. Okay, so here we have somebody, they purchased a flag, a Jordan County flag. The buyer says, used item. Billy Flipper says, new item. Buyer is just upset that he tried to cancel and the item was already shipped, so I couldn't cancel, and now is lying about the items being used or new. Well, he's not lying about it being new. He's saying that it's used. Again, this thing was like $5. To leave negative feedback about a $5 item shows what kind of person you are. So here we go again. Calling our customers pieces of shit. Another curmudgeon. And unfortunately, it ends there. Unfortunately, like I said, the archive has lost the time because he actually deleted that account. And I think after going through some of those reviews, we can see why. Alrighty, folks. I think we're probably going to wrap it here. I could go a little bit longer, but I think we put in a good stream. Got a few hours in. Doesn't need to be a 20-hour marathon. But yeah, so like I said, we tried something new tonight. If I could find any other videos like that, then I think I would, who knows, maybe that could be a reoccurring segment. I think it's pretty funny stuff. I don't know. I think it's good. It's different. Amusing. Something different from the usual. I was thinking about maybe talking about Pudahar, but that's gonna require too much energy. There was the Sydney Sweeney thing. Libs are freaking out over Sydney Sweeney. I think it's a good sign, honestly. Like, it's definitely a reversal of the trend. We're going from disgustingly fat black women to hot white chicks. So I think that's a good sign. I know some people, some conservatives, like Melanie Mack, that fucking whore. Oh my God. Melanie Mack, what a fucking whore she is. Holy shit. She's calling Sydney Sweeney a prostitute. It's like, bitch, are you fucking kidding? Like, I don't know if I want to get it to Melanie Mack right now, but she's a fucking whore, man. She really is. She pisses me off. I look at the content she posts. Everything she posts is a thirst trap. And then she's acting like she's holier than thou. Ugh. I don't know, man. Not a fan. Not a fan of Melanie Mack at all. And then she's reading Bible verses, but she's doing it in such a weird way. Like, she's dressed like a prostitute reading Bible verses, and she's using this voice. She's using like this voice, like she's trying to seduce the listener. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, this is desecrating the Bible. And she is just like, the whole thing she's doing, like, she's staring into the camera. It's so fucking weird. I feel like I'm watching an OnlyFans video while she's reading Bible verses. And I'm like, how doesn't everybody see through this? It's so obvious what she's doing. By the way, how epic is this video? Getting crazy nostalgia here. Outrun. Oh, Tony Hawk's. Tony Hawk's, that's a banger. All e-whores need to shut the fuck up. So true. Bucket says she's got big tits. Does she? I don't think she's got big tits. I don't think... She's got, like, tits. I don't know if they're big tits. Let's take a look at that. Does Melanie Mac have big tits? Melanie Mac. All right. I guess we're... Here it is. Bible time with Melanie Mac. I guess we're doing this. Look at this. This is like the beginning of a porno. I actually feel uncomfortable watching this.
Today's Bible verse of the day comes from 2
Look at her. She's like the mannerisms, like she's doing like this like thing with her shoulders.
Peter chapter 3 verse 9 in the New Living Translation.
The voice, the whole thing is just, I feel dirty watching this. I feel like I'm watching porn. Even the music.
The Lord isn't really being slow about his promise.
I can't even listen to it. I can't even listen to it. There's something wrong with her. There's something very wrong with her. Like, I don't know. Like, she just... It seems like she... Look at this. Look at this. Look at this thing that she does. Watch her upper body and not just her tits. Like, her shoulders and her chest.
Today's Bible verses...
She's doing like... She's like... It's like this seduction maneuver.
Today's Bible verses of the day come from Psalm chapter...
I don't know if that's gyration or what that is, but... She's doing something with her shoulder and her chest.
Today's Bible verses of the day come from...
Oh, God. So weird, man. It's so weird. Look at this one. She's wearing a fucking choker. She's reading the Bible wearing a choker.
Today's Bible verses of the day come from Romans chapter 8.
Oh, God. A choker? Do you know where my mind goes when I see she knows. Again. Look at this. She's wearing a choker in every single clip. That's like the ultimate whore sign. Now, the reason why we came here in the first place is because Bucket said she had large tits. I think I think her tits are, they're proportionate to her body. I wouldn't say they're large. I think, they fit her body. They're proportional to her body, which is really all you could ask for. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you were talking about Sweeney? Sweeney, now, yeah, she has pretty large knockers. I think she's good looking. Like, I'm not really into blondes, but I think she's good looking. Like, I think she's just naturally attractive. Oh, that reminds me. There actually is one more thing that I sort of wanted to bring up. Where is it? Oh, I reposted it. Here we go. Yeah, so you guys see this? Jenna Ortega. Stunning at the Wednesday Season 2 premiere in London. What the hell did she do to her face? She looks genuinely scary. She looks like a skeleton. It's really fucking weird. And we're seeing this more and more now. Like, it's become a trend for some reason for women to do this to their face. She looks so distinctly worse than she used to look. And it's not just because she's hit the wall. Like, she's not that much older. It's the, look at this. Look at this. Stuns? Why is that the only word they use, by the way? Celebrity media, when describing celebrities? Stuns? Really? I mean, I'm stunned, but not like in a positive sense. I'm stunned like I'm shocked and I'm horrified. I'm mortified. That type of stun, sure. Yeah, it's the buccal fat removal book, it says. I think I'm saying that right. Buccal fat. Yeah, like the chick from The Boys. Oh my God, man. What? Who the hell came up with this idea? It's not even close. It's not even like a difference of opinion. The left looks so much better than the right. For both of them. So much better. It's a huge difference. Like, the left looks so much healthier. It's bubbly, it's healthy, it's beaming. And the right looks like a corpse. It looks skeletal. Yeah, zombie-like, yes. Yeah, I mean, she looks like the Corpse Bride. She really does. And the media says, stuns. Really? According to who? Who agrees with that? I don't get it, man. I really, really don't get it. Oh, what the heck? Seen some nipple here. Probably shouldn't show that on stream for too long. I mean, she looks okay from this angle, I guess. But overall, she looks so much worse. This is funny. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that's closer to what she looks like. I don't get it, man. I do not get it. Women, they do all this crazy shit. All a woman needs to do to be attractive to 99% of, no, if not all men, all the woman needs to do is not be fat. And even then, like, even if you're fat, guys will still be attracted to you. So not even that. But all a girl needs to do to be attractive to most men is not be fat. That's like basically the only thing that matters. For guys, it's a different story. Guys, we have it much harder. We have to do everything. We have to do it all. We have to be perfect. And even then, it's not good enough. Oh, man. Resident Evil 2, don't get me started. Do not get me started. Alrighty, guys. I think we're going to end it here. We've been going for a little over 3 hours. About 3 hours, actually. Yeah, so we're going to call it a wrap here. Don't know when I'll be live again, but we'll try to make it happen. We'll try to get back into the swing of things, see what we can do. Can't make any promises. I never know when work is going to pick up. It's kind of random. But, yeah, we're going to call it a wrap for here for now. So thank you guys so much for checking out the stream. If you want to support, go to allmylinks.com/RPGTV. Follow me everywhere. Por favor. I am mostly on Twitter/X nowadays. But, yeah. Appreciate you guys tuning in. The replays should be available on YouTube and Rumble afterwards. So, if you guys missed any portion of today's stream, you can check those out. But otherwise, that is going to do it for me for now. So, until next time, guys, have a good one.